If Love and Gogi is wrong, I don't want to be right.
What would Socrates say to that?
It tickles my fancy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Goosies.
I don't have hair.
Oof.
You got Marcos.
That's not. No, that's not.
Wait.
Yeah,
That's true. You do got me. Get over here, Marcus. Let me look at you.
They
don't want it.
Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better have about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, hold to the show, man. Steers on the stars with the show, and till then his half moon open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, and if I did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's like Florida. Wish I could large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. 8, 10 in the more, 2 to the peak. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as could be. You can watch us on YouTube with viewing for free. Ay. This one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time wonder what they gonna do next.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
I'm so nervous. I don't know if any of these buttons work that I'm pushing, Leroy. I have no idea.
Hey. Board up.
What?
Don't forget to turn my mic on.
I apologize.
You got.
I was like, I don't know if I have the angle on this. I'm not
Your
sure.
head is on a swivel.
I'm very nervous. I haven't been behind a board in a long time. Maybe like one show for Frog Boy over the last
I know.
few years, but it's been a while. Vlad will be here shortly. Vlad is filling in for our intrepid reporter. He is venturing his way to the studios. We'll have him here soon. But yeah, I understand. Listen, the traffic here is hellacious, Leroy.
Yeah, well, I did something that I have never done coming to work. I got on to 75 and I got to about Sheridan, which is one exit away. And it said 3 lanes closed ahead, 3 right lanes.
Oh, jeez.
And I saw the sign just as the express lane. And I was able to get in an express lane and then get around it.
Mm-hmm.
But the cool thing was when I got off the express lane, because of all the traffic, there were no cars.
Man.
And I just zipped on through.
Zipping on through,
yeah,
dude.
But I never get in the express lane.
What do you want to start with today? Because I feel like we're going to have a lot of being pissed off about the Tyreek Hill video. I would like you, I think, to take a victory lap on, you know what? And perfect timing to talk about it.
Hey,
why don't we talk?
Shut your ass down.
Why don't we talk about?
Because, wait, here's the thing. I ain't even worried about Aaron Rodgers, okay? I figured he hasn't played in a while. He's a little bit rusty. He's not as fleet of foot as he used to be. But here's the problem. Don't come up in here talking about that damn defense. Don't do it. I don't want to hear it. Because that defense got ran over, pushed around, and punked. Number 1 defense, my ass.
Backup running back.
No, that dude can play.
Oh, he can play.
But I'm just saying, all I'm saying is this.
He can play. But he ain't run CMC.
Here's what I had.
That's what you're supposed to take a gift there.
Here's what I had to take. Here's what I had to hear all summer. Okay? We got a really good defense. All we need is someone competent at quarterback, and we'll be good. That defense was not good.
Oof.
No. They got pushed around.
You know you should probably
they got mad.
You know what you should probably do though, Leroy.
Yes.
When you trade for a good defender who wants a new contract,
you probably should give him the contract.
Get that contract when you trade for him.
Here's why this is so Jets. And Vlad, you can attest to this. Every single person that has requested a trade because they wanted a new contract had a contract in place before they were traded.
Not really. Matthew Judon did it.
Huh?
Matthew Judon did it.
Where he went to Atlanta.
Yeah.
But
he was infighting with the GM on the field. Like I think he just wanted outskis.
No, but he wanted to be traded. He didn't have a deal with Atlanta. He said Atlanta did.
But he wasn't. I think his situation was more of an organization thing and a contract thing.
He wants a new contract.
But
he said it to Atlanta. But it's the first that happened.
Look, like you said, the defense got manhandled. Now, I'm not worried about the offense. I've seen what I need. That's what a flash is. I'm not upset that not upsetting that they lost. It's just the way they lost. There's always
That's what I'm saying.
There's context in losing.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is that this defense that is very heralded, the two teams that I've seen made them look bad are the guys that know the defense very well because they practiced against it, which is Mike McDaniel and Kyle Shanahan.
Right.
That was it.
Right.
Just to get manhandled like that
You
in the line of scrimmage, that was bad. That was just bad.
You think it's institutional knowledge that hurt you yesterday?
And let me say this.
The two times that they've been embarrassed, that defense has been embarrassed, was last year by the Dolphins when they got when Waddle went crazy in that home game, and last night. Like that was bad. Like they got manhandled. When I was listening to Salah's press conference this morning, and he was like, "We played better. We did a better job stopping the run in the second half." I'm like, "No, you didn't. What? Instead of going from 8 yards a carry, they went to 6.8 yards a carry."
Yeah, that guy was good.
Hey, so and here's the other thing, is that one of the things that I saw, and here's a couple of things when I watched that game I wanted to see. How was that offensive line going to do?
They protected him. They protected him. He didn't get hit. He didn't get hit. He didn't get hit. But I mean, it wasn't a great job of running the ball. They only had one drive. That third drive,
yeah,
you saw that's exactly what they want to be.
And those are they were probably still on their scripted plays.
And there was too much reliance on Brees and Garrett. Like no throws to the tight end.
No, well, what if they're not open?
No, they were open. There was just no throws to the
tight
end.
Then that's the quarterback.
There was just no throws to the tight end. No, I just thinking they would hack it. There was just none.
Maybe he's not in Aaron Rodgers' club. You know, Aaron Rodgers only likes like 3 receivers ever. He likes like Devontae Adams. Who's the intangibles who would fly down the field? Oh, Lazard. But who was
Lazard?
Jordy Nelson?
Yeah.
Oh, he loved him some Jordy Nelson.
Loved
him some Jordy Nelson.
Yes, sir.
He's not the tight end's not in the club. That's what's going on there.
I just think that the questions that I had, I relinquished the fact that everybody was saying the defense was going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Right? And now I'm looking at it, and your offense is catching up, right? And trying to get going, which is understandable. And I pretty much said that too. Hey, what happens if it takes them a month to gel, a month to figure it out? Because Aaron Rodgers ain't played football in a year.
Yeah, but the defense shouldn't gel. Like,
that's what I'm saying.
The defense shouldn't gel.
That's what I'm saying.
It's not like there's shame in losing to the 49ers. Like, the 49ers are great. They've been the creme de la creme of the NFC. However,
he said it perfectly. It's context.
Yeah, it's going out there and you really weren't in that game at all.
It's like taking Tyson 12 rounds but getting beat up is one thing. Losing in 15 seconds, okay, that's a whole nother thing. You're still lost.
Look, Jordan Mason had an incredible game. He was awesome yesterday. Every time he touched the ball.
Hard.
However, don't tell me when you get the news, if you're a Jets fan, Fireman Ed isn't fired up because Christian McCaffrey ain't going on a Monday night.
Right.
It's tough.
And it almost seemed, I'm going to be honest with you, it almost seemed like the 49ers already knew he wasn't playing, because they went into a game plan seamlessly by using Debo for all the Christian McCaffrey stuff.
Man, this was a Kyle Shanahan. This is what he loves this.
Kyle Shanahan special.
This is a Kyle Shanahan special.
He treats it like Spo does. We got enough.
This is what he loves. This is what he loves. That's why he doesn't go after the big name quarterbacks. He wants a Brock Purdy.
But Brock Purdy's good, dude.
But I know, because Shanahan sees it. And this is all on the defense. I'm not. This is a much heralded defense. This is what 3 years. They've been 3 years. This is nothing. This was nothing. This was nothing but the defense getting manhandled like I've never seen before.
Tell you what, I'm watching the video right now. Aaron Rodgers getting knocked around a little bit. I don't know what you're talking about, that offensive line.
Well, you say he got hit once. You're gonna get
Once.
hit. You're gonna get
Look at
hit.
the look on his face.
Yeah. Yeah, frustration.
That man wants to go on an
Hey,
ayahuasca
but
treat
here's
right now.
my question. How many more weeks? How many more weeks?
Oh, that's good.
Before then they talk about Salah's job.
Oh, he's.
Salah's on the foreman.
Let me
He's
see.
been on the
Let me
foreman.
see. I give you what.
Oh, you looking at the schedule?
I'm looking at the
we
schedule.
are-
We're not.
Let's take
We're good. We're good.
Let's take a looky
We're
loo.
beating Tennessee. We're beating Tennessee.
Tennessee didn't give up a touchdown last week. They got a great defense.
We're beating Tennessee.
I mean, they lost by a blocked punt and a punt return.
Well, that means
Complete fluke game they lost.
that's good because that means that's.
And you got to go to Tennessee.
That's all right.
Vaunted building.
If we lose to New England,
Oh
That's bad.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Wait, you think Cincinnati said the same thing?
you guys got to run. Like, you should fatten up this record.
we should be 4-1.
If you guys are for realsies,
we should be 4-1.
you should fatten up this record by
4-1.
Yeah,
They got at Tennessee,
New England at
home, Denver at home,
and
Minnesota,
then Minnesota
at home.
in England.
So you got Brissett, Bo Nix,
Sam
and
Darnold.
Sam Darnold. Could you imagine if Sam Darnold beats the Jets?
Dude, I'm just telling you right now. I know.
Oh, where is that game? That's not at home though. That's
It's in England.
Oh, Charlie Ho, love a little spot of tea with Sam Darnold.
Hey,
Oh,
Vlad.
We're all right.
So Vlad,
We're all right.
but
oh, they
here,
love to fire people after
Vlad,
the England
Vlad,
game.
Vlad.
We're all right.
Can I just ask you a
We are
question
all
though?
right. We're all right.
Y'all ain't had success in a minute.
We're all right.
Like, where are we all right coming from?
I can't wait till Aaron Rodgers gets.
You know what I'm saying?
We're all right.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Can you guys wait till Aaron Rodgers gets to England and he starts talking about how the royal family runs everything and there's conspiracies in society underground all over the world?
What, the Parliament?
He's like, go look it up. Go look it up.
Oh my
Do your
God.
research.
I'm just saying
We're all right.
that Vlad, you've been a Jets fan your whole life.
Hmm?
They ain't been to the playoffs in a
13
minute.
years.
In 13 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't won in
And they
24.
lost a game where they got pushed around.
Right.
And you say we'll be all right.
In
Based
week
on,
one.
based on what?
Because it's week 1. It's not week 18.
Okay, but it's been 13 years.
So what? It's week 1.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
week 1.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, like, if they had been like,
This is week 1. If we lost to Carolina like this, then I would be, yeah. Oh, yeah. But they
Okay.
lost to the NFC. They lost to the Super Bowl runner-ups. It's just
Okay.
that I didn't expect their defense.
right.
I didn't expect the strength of their team
Gashed.
to get manhandled like that.
Gashed you.
And I
If
know
anything, I thought the defense would keep him in until Aaron Rodgers got
That's the
up
whole.
to speed.
Yeah, that's
That-
the whole thing. That's all
okay,
we've been told.
so
Everybody's
right.
told us. All you need is
That-
competent
I-
quarterback play, which you barely got, by the way.
7 when we were leading 7-3. I'm like, all right, cool. Defense is
Leading 7 during the first quarter means what?
okay. And losing in week 1 means what?
You lost 32-19.
And losing in week
With
1
a
means
window
nothing.
dressing touchdown.
And losing in week 1 means what?
Nothing unless you've never been in the playoffs in 13 years.
Oh my God. And winning week 1 means what? When you haven't won in 24 years, a
A
playoff.
playoff game. Okay, but still been to the playoffs.
But you haven't won.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, what are we
Okay.
doing here? Like,
Okay.
I
Listen,
can
we'll
understand this. If
We'll,
this is
we'll talk
week
to you
1,
next week after the Titans game.
Talk to me after the second. Yeah, 0-2. 0-2, yes.
I'm just saying, like, there's here. Sometimes you can watch a game and you can pull something away from it. And what I pulled away from that is, oh my goodness, the defense got pushed around. I wasn't even thinking about the offense because I knew it was going to take a minute. But
Yeah, like
what happened to that defense last night?
if you had if the Dolphins lost to the Jaguars, right? But they, and it was on the defense, you'd be like, understandable, new defense. But if they lost a game where the defense played great and Tua and the offense and it all sputtered,
Tua had
160.
No, he had what Aaron Rodgers just
then
had.
then I would of course I would be worried. I'd be like,
You
what?
would not be worried.
Oh, dude, what are you talking
You would
about?
not be worried. You were
Yes.
like, the offense started bad, but are you really thinking the offense that's been together for 3 years is going to be like this for the
Well, that's
rest
the point, though.
in
Like,
16 games?
if it's a defensive coach, a defensive mindset, and that's like they get gashed by the backup running back. I'm just telling you, dude. Like that's not that. I wouldn't have the greatest of vibes off of that. And that's Aaron Rodgers. Aside from the fact he's a gazillion years old.
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
I'm upset and disappointed that the defense got manhandled like that, but I don't think it's gonna happen 16 other times. Like there's 16 other teams that's gonna be doing that.
And Leroy, Jets 4-point road favorites next week in Tennessee.
Exactly. They were 4-point underdogs against the Niners yesterday. 4-point favorites against Tennessee.
10. And could have gave them almost 21, but they would have had a backdoor cover.
Very interesting.
I'm just seeing things that I didn't think I would see, and so that gives me pause, right? The other stuff, the main stuff that I was talking about was about Aaron Rodgers and that offense, thinking that they were just going to hit the field running. And so I'm like, first of all, he's 40. They haven't played together. It's going to take a minute for them to gel. Do you have time?
Yes.
No. Okay. But I'm saying, okay, if they don't play well in the first month and then pick it up, is that enough time to catch up?
Yes.
Okay. Based on what?
Because we have an easy schedule.
Based on what?
Because of the schedule.
Okay. Based on the schedule right now.
Yes.
You don't know what team's going to be good or not.
Man.
I'm just saying, there's half of all of the pools are out because they figured Cincinnati would run all over.
Oh, yeah. That's great. That's true. Biggest favorite last week.
Right. So like, again, it's football. Like, to make assumptions that you go 1-4, 1-3, oh, we'll just make it up, and you ain't been in the playoffs in 13 years, I ain't buying it.
Okay. You have to win, right? To make the playoffs. So
yeah.
When you have to win those games. Like I love how Leroy's pulling a Tobin right now.
No, it's not.
Because after 1 week,
he's been praying.
We're looking at the playoffs.
He's been talking about the Jets.
No,
he's been talking about the Jets.
I've been saying this all season.
Yeah, I understand that, but you're making one assumption after week 1, and that's like, okay, this is the playoff.
I'm not making any assumptions. I made those assumptions in the summer, and now I see it.
I can understand if this was week 18, and the team needed to win the game to make the playoff. But no, this is week 1.
You hope you get there.
This is week 1.
You hope you get there.
This is what's always going to happen.
I hope I get to week 18 and have a chance to make them. That would be an accomplishment for the Jets.
No, but
I've watched them play.
Go ahead.
Okay.
And you know
okay.
What? And I'm here.
I was saying
I
this.
Eat this, and I'm going to
Vlad,
eat this, and I'm going to eat
some of the things that I was saying about that team, I was saying it before they played any games.
Yeah, but you were looking at it. Listen, if you're looking at this game and if you hate the Jets and you've been taking
I don't
shots,
hate the Jets.
I'm not talking about.
Okay,
you.
I got you.
I didn't say you specifically. Did I say Leroy?
Yeah.
I would say, hey, Leroy hated the Jets.
You're lashing out right now. Let's keep it moving.
No.
You're lashing out. You're a little cranky.
I'm not lashing out.
All right.
I didn't say your name. So if I didn't say your name, don't jump.
All right.
Don't jump. Don't get froggy. Don't become Black Marcus. Don't get froggy. I didn't say your name because I would say your name.
All right.
You know that.
How come he always ends up on Monday Night Football with these looks on his face? Like, remember the one where he got his helmet nearly knocked off and he had like the cross eyes? Like, he always turns into a meme on Monday Night Football.
If you told me the defense was going to get manhandled like that, I'd have been like, no, you're wilding.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
Losing, and yes, there's context in losing. And the way they lost last night, yes, that was worrisome. But this is week 1, guys. Relax.
Right.
Well, those are our headlines brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Choose from over 1,300 new Hyundai models in inventory like the Tucson, the Sonata, the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Take a break. More Tobin and Leroy after this. 750 WQAM. Take you up till 2 here on the program. This Leroy's out there hobnobbing in sales, dude. That's what he's got going on. Want to let you guys know that you guys can join the WQM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey Stars and Cigars on Wednesday, September 25th. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a fine whiskey, a good cigar, and Dolphins, Canes, Heat, and Panthers conversation with the WQM on-air staff. It's free to attend, but you need to RSVP at WQM.com, which will get you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21, drink responsibly. Talk sports with the WQAM on-air staff at Whiskey Stars and Cigars. Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston, presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Official partner, the Main Man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the Main Man. Go online at www.themainman.com and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah. Check that on out, ladies and gentlemen. What do you got there, dude? You got a protein shake? What do you got? Some muscle?
I brought it a while ago. It's still good.
Oh,
wait. What do you mean a while ago?
You're doing some meal replacements?
No,
Big Spoon's
I haven't eaten.
Oh, okay. I thought because sometimes Big Spoon, she gets on these diet kicks, you know?
No.
I didn't know if you were like on a non-chewing diet.
No.
She did a juice thing.
No, I didn't.
Oh, what? Yes, you did.
Oh,
one time you were like, you were so upset you were drinking through a straw. I'm like, you didn't get your jaw broken.
I did before.
And you were very I know you have.
That's no fun.
But you were so excited that first sandwich that you had.
Oh, man, it was glorious.
Yeah. All right. Well, the Dolphins are gearing up for their week 2 matchup against the Bills. A couple things on the injury report, Leroy. The running backs are apparently banged up. Raheem Mostert has an ankle thing, and De'Von Achane has a chest. They I don't know if they officially practiced yesterday or they just did like a
walkthrough. You just
like a little walk through.
Quick turnaround. You might.
How many Thursday night games you played?
Every year.
Yeah.
Oh, you have.
No, it started 90.
I mean, the every week thing just started like 3 years ago.
94.
So okay,
maybe 94 and 95 because I remember playing Tennessee on a Thursday.
You played Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Randy took your turkey.
Randy took my turkey.
Did he? Oh yeah, you had a good game.
Yeah,
but he had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, and 3 catches.
That's
for 150.
That's pretty good.
That's it. That's turkey leg right there.
And Rob and Smith got hurt, and you had to play the whole game, right?
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. You never know when it's coming, but you know it was coming, right? It happened in the Atlanta game in the playoffs.
Wow. But yeah, so I don't know what that means if what their availability is going to look like because it is a short week. But
this is one of the things that I also noticed. Tried to rotate a lot of guys, but when the running game wasn't working, you got to make it work. So you got to go to your guys.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that I was impressed with is we hadn't even seen what's his name play.
Jalen, right?
No, the running back, the other one,
Jeff Wilson.
Mm-hmm. We were even having questions. Are they going to keep?
Yeah, I didn't know he was going to make the team.
Right.
Really, if Chris Brooks doesn't get hurt, it would have been a fascinating question.
Right.
If he didn't get banged up, would Jeff Wilson? Now, Jeff Wilson is like Mike McDaniel's guy. That's like,
yeah. And the other thing is he is that dude like that they go to for physical, because remember, Raheem Mostert start running differently when Jeff Wilson got in the building.
Yep.
Right. So maybe it's that
when they were reunited.
Maybe it's that. But I think you got another team that has 2 outside good pass rushers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you're going to have to do some of the same stuff.
If you were to go and you were to like open up Madden ratings and you were to look at dogging them, Jeff Wilson's would be at a 90. Like that's Jeff Wilson right there, dude. But it was interesting that Jalen Wright wasn't even active, although it makes sense. I mean, you only have so many guys, but do you think that if this is the case, like
they had a whole lot of tight ends activated?
Sure did. And boy, they stunk.
I mean, look,
we were
that's one of the positions where the coach need to say, look, y'all ain't gonna get that many opportunities, right?
Durham
But
Smythe,
the ones that you get, we need you to make those plays
for sure.
right? Because that's why we got you.
Yeah, it didn't feel like a whole lot of new wrinkles. It still felt like, we got the two best weapons in the world.
It'll come. It'll come.
Does anybody in the AFC East love their tight ends?
That's all Buffalo uses.
I think Buffalo likes
Buffalo
their
uses
tight
what?
ends.
Austin, Kincaid
Dalton
and
Knox didn't do bleep this
I
weekend.
use fantasy. Kincaid
oh,
didn't do
it's
squat.
Knox and Kincaid.
Knox and Kincaid, the KKs, they ain't do too good.
Intangibles.
The intangible tight ends.
You know who they went to? They went to the old TikToker who was on the Dolphins. Mac Hollins had a touchdown.
Yeah.
Jeez.
He had a touchdown. So I don't know. But I'm telling you right now, like I was listening to this Mike McDaniel yesterday, and he's trying to like, do they have our number? What matters about this year? Hey, enough of that nonsense. Statement game, dude.
Right.
I'm telling you right now. I don't want to hear none of this. Oh, half our team wasn't on the team last year. I don't care. A lot of them were. And this guy has been kicking your ass, number 17, since he's put on a pair of Bill's shoulder pads. It's been ridiculous how much he's owned the Dolphins. Enough is enough already.
I know the feeling. My first NFL game, we beat Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Never beat them again. Believe me.
Was it the same quarterback?
Cowher or
No.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Was this during the Cowher years?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then I got one worse for you. We went to Baltimore and we played them the first couple of weeks. I got tackled one time.
Mm-hmm.
And they go, "You're still Cleveland."
Oh, no! They said that? I don't like that.
I was like, I wouldn't know whether to cry or be mad. I couldn't do nothing about it. We were terrible. Cleveland, you're still Cleveland. I was like, wow.
That stings, dude.
It hurts. It hurts.
Wow.
It went down deep because to us, we wasn't Cleveland. We ain't playing in Cleveland. But yeah. So, but yeah, man. There's a lot of if you go look at the league, right? There's always every team has that one team. And they'll put a stat up and you go, wow, really? So
damn, mental warfare, man.
That's tough.
That's tough.
Right. I mean, just think about who I'm trying to think, who could it be? There's a lot. You could go to any team and they have that one team that they can't beat.
Yeah.
It happens.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's just now it's the Bills. I think years ago it was the Bills couldn't beat the Dolphins.
It was, I mean, obviously the Patriots reigned forever over this division.
Yeah, but they would beat everybody.
The Dolphins always kind of they always would get a split
They would beat
against
them once. They would always get a split, even as
always.
dominant as New England was.
But this Bills thing has been just a pain in the ass.
Well, the good thing is you won't have to win the next. You play both games before it gets really cold.
Yes, that's true. But I want this one.
So have you agreed with him now, Leroy, that this is a statement game?
No.
Okay.
He kind of agrees.
Because
I don't.
Because you said it 2 times and he just kind of just
I think. Listen,
answered
it's not necessarily a statement game, but there's games during the course of a year that can build your confidence and put you in a more secure place about what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And sometimes you get into these games where you've never had success. And then you finally have success and it puts you over the hump. Where other times you get into those moments again and you don't have success and then you start dragging. So I don't think it's a statement game, but it's kind of a point in not just the season, but in this regime that there's certain humps you got to get over, right? Certain humps you got to get over. This is one of those humps. You haven't beat him in a while. You haven't contained Josh Allen in a while.
Okay, but there's no such thing as a hump game. It's a statement.
I said
game.
get over the hump.
No, it's not. It's the same.
I didn't call it a hump.
But you're being very inefficient with your words. Get over the hump game, statement game is like its cousin. But nobody would ever call it a get over the hump game because that's just stupid.
Leave me alone. I'm not doing this. I'm not.
Why?
Because I'm gonna get annoyed already.
Like, what are you supposed to do? Put a camel on the logo?
No, I'm just
Mike. Guess what game it is?
Hump day.
Hump day.
Back after this. Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy, streaming live on the Odyssey app, AUDACY. You guys can stream us in your on-demand there, and you guys can watch us on the Tobin and Leroy video experience. That's not a thing. I just made that up. But it is on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 56WQAM. That is where you guys can check us on out.
Yep.
Want to let you guys know, A Day to Remember. It's a band. They are coming to Hard Rock Live in November. And the official Tobin and Leroy resident emo JFig is giving away her tickets. So keep on listening. We'll give away a pair of tickets before the end of that. They have such famous songs as Their Favorite Day, all right, Today, and of course, We Murder Birds, which is why JFig loves them so much. So A Day to Remember. Coming to Hard Rock Live. Keep on listening. You'll have a chance to win some tickets. So yesterday, the Tyreek Hill detainment video was released. The body cam footage came out last night, probably around 6:00 ish, and yeah, it was bad. I mean, like the one thing that I was, in this whole controversy when it was going down on Sunday, the one thing I was kind of like wondering, I
think maybe Tyreek said something.
Yeah, maybe we've seen Tyreek. It's a pretty emotional. Pretty emotional on like the Marina video that came out. We know that he's done some bad things in his past. So, you leave that window open. Man, this video.
He was like, calm down, relax. Dude, what are you, why?
This video
the fact that, you see how aggressive he was banging on his window?
Yeah.
That's a sports car, right?
Yeah.
You know that a crack is expensive.
Oh yeah,
and they're not paying for that crack if they're
But the thing is that he even said, "Why are you banging on my window like that?"
Yeah,
so aggressive,
right? Like I've never seen a situation for a speeding ticket.
Yep.
And keep in mind, we see these videos all the time with these Karens and these white folks acting crazy with the cops. And the cop get their stuff, go get the ticket, give it to them, and they move on.
Well, I've never kept my window down the entire time, especially in South Florida.
He was on the phone. He was trying to call his agent.
He was calling head of security for the Dolphins.
Oh, head of security.
Oh, at first?
That's who the Drew is. Drew Brooks. He's like the Dolphins head of security. Okay. But he was letting him know, hey, I'm this is happening. Well, this is the thing that also is kind of lost on you. Like if Tyreek Hill, it's not as big a deal, obviously, but Tyreek Hill, if he got a speeding ticket outside of the Dolphins, it's still going to make a headline. And so, like, he's like, all right, let me just get ahead of this and let the team know, hey, I'm getting a ticket speeding before the game. There's, it'll probably be a thing because it's him. Like, it's gonna be a headline. And the whole thing that I was thinking yesterday was like, oh, well, you saw the videos that were there. The reason that there were all those videos is because, hey, that's Tyreek Hill outside of his car getting arrested. He probably, if he was just sitting there with his window down the entire time, people are going to be like, okay, look, Tyreek Hill got pulled over by the cops before the game. Like, so yeah, I understand him wanting to keep some privacy there while that's happening.
I have never, because first of all, like if you get stopped, there's other cars, and usually the cop goes back to his car.
Mm-hmm.
So you roll the window up.
Why there were 4 cops there was weird too. Yeah.
And so he said you were driving recklessly or whatever, or that's what they charged him with, something like that. It
was the seatbelt. It was immediately.
Why didn't you have your seatbelt?
Yeah, why didn't you have your seatbelt on?
Right. Like, so when he drove up, when somebody asks you something like that, and he drives, the cop drove like a bat out of hell through traffic to get there. For a seatbelt?
No, he got him because
of his speed. He got him for speeding.
He got him for speeding. But it wasn't going like F1.
Right. But that's what dude, it was like, but did you see the way he went after Tyreek? Dude, even in a motorcycle before he got to him.
Here's the wild thing about it, right? Like this was the part for me that was like, oh, this dude really blew this out of the water. Because, all right, you think that he should have rolled his window down? Whatever, fine. If you're the most ardent arguer of you better follow everything the cop said, right? Let's say you thought that. He says, in fact, get out of the car. Tyreek's immediate words were, okay, I'll get out of the car. Why this cop felt the need to flip the door open grab him when he agreed to his instructions verbally. You heard him. That not lost on anybody?
And then throw him on the
And then
ground.
throw him on the
handcuff
ground
him
and
and put the
handcuff
knee
him.
in the back.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
I
He
just
said
want
he
to
was
know,
getting out of the car.
at what point did he feel threatened, or did Tyreek show aggression to where this was necessary? A person to be detained in that manner, right? Or even more so, when he told Calais Campbell, "You're dealing with me now." I'm like, wow.
Yep.
You know what? Turn around. I said, wait, he told me to get my car. I'm going
That was
to get
Calais or John? Was it Johnu?
Johnny
No,
was
it
the one up the
Johnny
front.
was
Johnny was up front. Calais was in the back.
Oh, my
Calais
God.
got out of the car with his hands up. Hey, I'm just,
Yeah, but they.
But that was like the one thing I was like, all right, maybe Tyreek said something really off kilter. Like, and I still don't think words should have that kind of reaction. But no, dude. Like, I'm like, what?
I'm sorry.
somebody said
What?
to me, Tyreek should have just listened and rolled the window down. I'm
No.
like, clearly, like, and I got pissed off. Like, really? Really? That's what gives them the complex to start off with, that they think they can say some BS like that.
The thing that's interesting too
Like,
is
when is too much? When are you going too far asking somebody to do it because you have the power and they're supposed to listen?
well, the guy who had the tatted up arm, who is the one who grabbed him, and then the guy who basically horsed collar brought him back down on that's the guy who got put on administrative leave. They said that on CNN last night. Because Tyreek even said, like, hey, the cop who I was talking with at the window, he's like, I didn't really have a problem with him. But other dude comes over here and he's got to act like he's your muscle. Like, why you need him there for that, I don't know. But like,
Why didn't all the other cops de-escalate the situation?
yeah, like why did he bring it to that level? And then he's like, and Tyreek's telling me, I had surgery on my knee, and he's like, oh, did you get surgery on your ears? Why didn't you listen to us? I'm like, huh? What is this?
Right.
Like, dude, I'm watching like every angle last night. I'm like,
You know what's gonna happen
This
to
is
him?
crazy.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Because did you hear the police union come out and say, I saw I can't read it word for word, I forgot it, but it was something along the lines of
I can find it. I remember that. Yeah, they were like, they said they redirected him.
Right.
Redirected him to the ground.
Right.
And
Really?
I'm like, what is this? A game
Really?
of, what is this? A game of Pong?
No. I love the lie. It was only it wasn't a couple of minutes. It wasn't a couple of minutes.
In fact, so he got a speeding ticket and a seatbelt ticket, and he got taken to the ground twice.
Yep.
Right. And then he was given citations. It was the way
in handcuffs.
the way they made it seem was like they gave him the citations very quickly, and he was like, let go. No, it wasn't. No, he wasn't.
All right, here was the union's statement. This was
I wonder who they're like.
Now this was before the footage came out, which, by the way, obvious now why they didn't want the footage to come out.
They
Right.
had it. They were forced to because
It's the law.
yeah.
I mean, like you like
Funny, everybody got to be accountable.
before the Dolphins game yesterday, an incident that occurred where Tyreek Hill was placed in handcuffs before being released. First, to be clear, at no time was he ever under arrest. He was briefly detained for officer safety after driving in a manner in which he was putting himself and others in great risk of danger. Upon being stopped, Mr. Hill was not immediately cooperative with the officers on the scene, whose pursuant to policy and for their immediate safety, placed Mr. Hill in handcuffs. Mr. Hill, still uncooperative, refused to sit on the ground and was therefore redirected to the ground. Once the situation was sorted out within a few minutes, Mr. Hill was issued 2 traffic citations and was free to leave. We would like to stress to the community and use this as an opportunity to remember that it is always best to obey lawful police commands first and complain later. We have worked hard across communities to bridge the gap between what people believe law enforcement should and can do and will continue to do. In this case, while we wait for the investigation to run its course, based on what we know, we stand with the actions of our officers, but look forward to further open communications moving forward. We are confident in the actions that led to the stop of Mr. Hill. As with any investigation, we'll wait for the facts to come out, along with an explanation Mr. Hill may have for the actions.
Mr. Hill, what about the cop
that initiated this unfortunate incident?
He initiated.
What time was that? What time was that statement said? Because
that was put out. Let me see. This was put out at just before noon yesterday.
Yeah.
So
and then,
here's what I would like. Here's what I would like. I would like that individual right there to read that while watching the video and explain himself.
I don't think the video was. I don't think that individual saw the video.
No. But I want him to do it now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I want him to do it now before he comes out with that.
Yeah, because
he could have shut up and waited till he knew the facts instead of blindly supporting somebody he don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Like we ask all the time. On the other side, we say, let's wait until the truth comes out. Let's wait until we see, what actually happened before we blindly make comments we are unaware of. So now, who looks more ridiculous? The police.
It's a really bad look.
Because
It's a really bad look.
I want him to stand in front of all of Miami with the video playing on the Jumbotron, and I want him to reread those words.
And
Look,
what?
Hey man, there's
Could the Dolphins have sued the cops if Tyreek got hurt?
No,
when
but
they were
Tyreek
throwing
could
down-
have.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think the Dolphins probably could have too. I mean, I'm
Because
sure
he
the Dolphins
said-
would have backed him. The Dolphins came out with a very strong statement yesterday. They were obviously. I mean, Mike McDaniel. I don't know if you guys heard Mike McDaniel. Yes, Mike McDaniel was very upset about this. He was cursing. He was on the verge of tears yesterday, talking about this with his players.
It's like, dude, and here's what I hate about this. You have all these complaints about the relationship between people of color and police officers, right? And this is the reason why. And this is why everybody gets so upset. And this is why everybody gets so pissed off about it. And then you have situations like this. And to make it even worse, you have a guy saying the police did everything right.
Well, the union.
The union. So what? So I would like to know, if you're working on relationships and you do a really good job with your relationships between the community and police, how is that helping? How is what you said about this situation helping the relationship between the police and the community?
I'm not defending it, but I think the whole point of having a union back you is that's what their job. Like, that's why you pay union dues. Like, they kind of have to. Now, like, because here's what I'd say. If I was two of the other cops on that scene, I would be pissed off because
why didn't you say nothing?
I know, I understand that, but it's like
we listen, all the cops get in trouble, right? You know why? Because you sat there and you watched this egregious activity happen.
Absolutely. But it's like, but it is definitely like you have this one, the guy who did get punished immediately is the guy who set this thing crazy over the edge.
They didn't even really punish him. Okay.
Whatever discipline that they gave him before.
Go home,
Leroy, they
days.
knew, or the person who's head of the Miami Dade police, who is not part of the union,
knew right away.
They came out immediately and like, all right, we're gonna do something immediately because when they saw that body cam footage, they knew what the reaction was gonna be, and they knew that the guy reacted wrong. I don't know what the next step is of this. Yeah, I think all four of those guys, whatever, 4 or 5.
Can I ask you a question?
They're all gonna have to probably have some kind of consequence for it. I don't know what that ends up being.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If I take a similar situation, but make that an athlete,
Mm-hmm.
how much would people want action right away by the league?
Oh, right away.
And the league would
if Tyreek Hill swung on a cop,
even with a union or whatever, the league would have acted already.
Probably.
So understand, now it's on the shoes on the other foot, and you want us as athletes, people who don't get the luxury of everything that this guy is getting.
Leroy, this could have been George Floyd. No, the way they were acting, if he wasn't Tyreek, this could have been George Floyd.
Evidently, the guy said he didn't know it was Tyreek.
And that's crazy. You don't
people
know.
on the force did say, but people who were there did say that they did know it was Tyreek because one cop is on mic who says, that's Tyreek Hill.
Like, yeah, you heard that.
Off. Yeah. So they can't.
And then he goes, stop crying.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, again, if the
and then he said, I hung up
job,
the phone for you. Like, is that legal? Are you allowed to do that? You can hang up somebody's call?
Well, I wouldn't want nobody listening to the way I was treating him.
No, I understand. But are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to just take somebody's phone and turn it off?
Another thing. Aren't you like, so they were calling Drew, right? The security guy?
Yeah.
Shouldn't the police have some type of interaction with the head of security of the Dolphins? No,
Probably.
yeah. So like
Here.
that.
Well, that's
that-
probably why. Like, it's probably why
Why
it
they-
eventually he got released and got to go to the game.
Here's what I would say, and here's the main reason why I'm upset about this. If the police's job is to de-escalate a situation, they can't be the reason why the situation is escalated.
Agreed.
End of discussion. Okay.
Especially for a first.
Even with how they treated Calais. Because normally, and I'm gonna tell you like this, in fairness, I've been in situations where I had friends getting in fights and there was a bunch of cops. And I called the cop over calmly. I said, hey, why don't you let me talk to him? I could calm this down instead of everybody yelling back and forth. He said, yes, we want this situation calmed down. I go talk to my boy, like, yeah. And I said, I can take him home if, are you going to arrest them or whatever? If you take him home, no. That was it. Over. You understand what I'm saying? Why are the two calmest people, not all the cops standing around, but the guy in handcuffs and another guy pull over? Why are they the ones trying to de-escalate the situation? If the job of the police is to de-escalate all situations first, I would like somebody from the police to show me how they de-escalated this. I just know they made it worse. At no point in time should a police officer make a situation worse if his main job is protect and serve.
Totally with you, man. We got to take a break. More to come. Our Tua next. Bye. With you, 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 here on the program. Let's get some headlines here. Brought to you by Doral Kia. From over 500 new Kia models in inventory like the Sportage, the Sorento, and the Telluride. Remember, when it comes to a Kia, the great deals are at Doral Kia. Last night, Monday Night Football, 49ers handled the Jets 32-19.
Hey, my Monday was a little better.
I knew it.
Vlad, I had a rough one this weekend.
You know what? It's cool. I thought about it while I was working on some of the editing. I was like, oh, you know what? Leroy had a terrible Saturday and Sunday. So you know
terrible
what?
Saturday.
You know what? He can, that Monday seeing the Jets. All right, I give it to him.
He needed something.
He
dude.
needed something.
I needed something.
When you traveling and see your teams get your ass kicked, yeah, that's a bad weekend.
It wasn't like listen, it wasn't even close. Neither one of them.
Pretty wild. It was something there, man.
Hey, Leroy, me and my friends were talking. Is it time to, stick a fork in Deshaun?
Oh, well, listen, he wants to.
Because we did a funeral procession for Russell Wilson last year, and we kind of want to do another one for Deshaun because it's been 3 years. Like, it's no more excuses anymore.
Dude, I watch games and I'm usually pretty calm about what I'm seeing because sometimes something you do in the first quarter has a bigger, picture thing or an adjustment that's coming, and you just setting the team up. One of the things that I would say I just can't stomach is all the 3 and 4 and 5 yard passes that he's throwing. I don't know why, but I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, he used to sling that thing.
Right. So I don't know why that is. I don't know what the situation is, but I do know that they can't win like that.
It's not looking great, dude. Hey, let me ask you this, all right?
Hmm.
You don't have to say names, but around the Browns, what's the vibe with them? Like, is everybody kind of eye rolling? Is it cringy? Is it hopeful? Like, the people who you know and trust around there, just like, is it an excellent? Well,
No, it's
or is it like rats off a ship?
I am probably one of the last.
Oh, so most people are rats,
Right?
Oh,
Right.
They got their snorkels on.
Right.
Wow.
I am, again, I tell you this all the time. Based on my career, I had people extremely patient with me.
Mm-hmm.
I only took a year, but still. And so I try to, when it comes to players, and this is all players, you've seen me do this.
Mm-hmm.
I have been a little more patient than most. But the thing that I can't be patient with is if you get paid a bunch of money, then that means you have a skill set that separates you from a lot of other individuals that can do that thing.
Yeah. Wow.
And what I'm watching now, and it don't help nothing now that Baker is balling.
That doesn't help.
And in fact, they got rid of him and he had an arm injury.
Yep.
And he tried to play through it.
Yep.
But the fact that I could have, because right now, people might not like this, But Jameis Winston will at least take chances and throw the ball down the field.
He gives a great speech.
He may throw it to the other team. But I think people would be okay with that. Here, do you understand how excited people got Joe Flacco slinging it all over the field?
Oh, yeah.
He had 13 touchdowns and 8 picks, which is average.
But it's fun. Old man.
It's fun. Jameis Winston's the same way.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
you know what's interesting? You know, you had all these dinking dunkers all over the place. And nobody's really spent this weekend thanking Tua.
Oh, going deep?
No one's thanking Tua for saving football. Because really,
isn't it funny? The guy,
he's the last of a dying breed that everybody told me was a check down Charlie. And really, I look around the statistics and everybody else looks like
23 of 40 for 160 yards.
Like was last night Aaron Rodgers' way of honoring Joe Namath by putting up a 1970s stat line? Like all I see around the league is 140 yards passing, 150 yards passing. And really the only person saving your fantasy teams and saving your Sundays is Tua Tagovailoa.
Okay. Let's relax because I saw 8 negative plays by the Miami Dolphins offense as well.
Hey, but the chunks were there. Could you imagine if they didn't have the negative plays?
De'Von Achane's running line, that wasn't pretty good. Because I saw you throw 30 yards to Jalen Waddle, and then the next 3 plays were all negative.
What is this, 1970? What are you, Zonk? Nobody came here for a run game. We came here to see bombs.
Hey, don't knock Zonk, okay? By the way, I love Zonk.
I love Zonk. Zonk's a great tweeter. But I'm just saying, I thought we were in a day and age we wanted to see people sling that football down the field. Nobody does it anymore except for Tua. You guys told me he couldn't do it.
330 is pretty impressive.
I'll also say that we kind of talked about this yesterday, Vlad, is that Mike McDaniel wants to run the ball outside and stretch defense so much. And that was the wrong team to do it against. Because all of their pass rushers, the first thing they do is get up the field. So you're asking for it. You're asking for trouble. If you don't get outside those guys, they get upfield quick. And so that's what it looked like. And that's why when Jeff Wilson came in the second half and they start running more of a inside, it looked a little bit different.
But look at these guys. Look at these so-called great quarterbacks, you know, that are out here. You know, Dak Prescott, 179, highest paid quarterback in the league. Deshaun Watson, most guaranteed money, 169. Aaron Rodgers, the GOAT, 167. Joe Burrow, 164. Trevor Lawrence paid more than Tua, 162.
You know what I mean?
Kirk Cousins, all he did was used to put up stats. Empty stats. Kirk Cousins gave you 155. Justin Herbert, more passing yards than any rookie quarterback ever, 144. If it wasn't for Tua, we would be in the football stone ages, dude. That's the facts about it. You're welcome.
Or Javon Holland making that fumble because
team game.
No, yeah. Team game.
No.
It's a team game. I'm just talking strictly quarterback. You're changing the arguments. I'm talking quarterbacking. Changing the game.
I can say that. He can't.
I can say that.
Because you always point the individuals good.
This is a quarterback conversation, and Tua is saving football.
How about this?
Hmm?
You know that thing, Aaron Rodgers is old as hell.
Yeah.
And Father Time is undefeated.
That's right.
But I didn't talk about Aaron Rodgers like most people would. Oh, Aaron Rodgers, you're supposed to get us over that hump. No, I put the issues where they were.
Oh, now that's on the defense. That loss is on the defense.
And listen, we just watched some plays with that O-line. I'm going to just do this.
For week 1?
Shaky.
Yeah, it was week 1.
I did see some guy have
40-O's can't hit a whole lot.
I did see a Jets tackle put Nick Bosa in a literal rear naked choke to try and keep him off. Wasn't called, by the way. Got away with it.
Good.
Cat for Life says, Tobin, you're laying it on way too thick. This is how the football gods punish a team.
Yes.
Hey, I just want to be clear. No. I just want to say something.
Hey.
See, this is why you guys aren't grown-ups. I'm talking two different things here. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm not saying he's number 1 in the league. I'm not saying they're the best team. All I'm saying is, as far as entertaining football is concerned, you're welcome for Tua Tagovailoa, giving you some explosive plays because these quarterbacks suck. And all of them are putting up a boring product. I'm not here to say he's the best. I'm not here to say what's what. All I'm saying is look at the rest of the league, and the only guy who has given you explosion all over the place.
Did he
When
really?
they said he was a dink and
Did he
dunk
really?
and dink and dunk, they called him old Dinkin' Dunkin' Donuts. That's what they called Tua. And how is he? He's out here throwing bomb skis to Tyreek Hill. It's the best thing in the sport, and you're welcome for it.
The game wasn't that game supposed to be over? Was it supposed to be a shootout? That's what everybody.
That's on
was
Trevor
saying.
Lawrence. He can't shoot it. They got shut out in the second half. Blame old Goldilocks. Great throw by him to Thomas, though. That was a good throw. That's all he had, though.
Those 2 throws to Thomas pretty good.
Ooh. Is that a ghost?
2 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Thursday catch up to you quick.
We'll hear a little bit from Mike McDaniel coming on up. Tua, thank you for saving football.
Teardrops on the city bed, scooter searching for his groove.
You're about to ask me what we eating.
If you're hungry for pizza.
All right, welcome back, everybody.
They're not open yet.
Oh, they make some pretty good pizza.
Nah, I get
The jerk wings,
no, I
No?
get for the same price. I get 2 pizzas from
Papa John's.
anywhere.
When do we get some codes back, dude? We need that.
That's basically what I was saying. I was like, Dolphins don't have codes?
I don't
but
think
it's
they
probably
do have
for-
codes.
But it's
Man,
probably for
y'all remember the Pizza Hut restaurants
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
where you used to sit at that little table and play the video game that was on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think Little Caesars has codes, but Little Caesars is so much cheaper than the other pizza.
You know why?
It's not that.
It's not right. My son loves it though.
You get what you because
Yeah.
it has all the essentials.
He
Cheese and bread.
he loves the Detroit style, the squares. He's all about it. He loves it.
But you have a little tyrant now. He is
It's that age. It's fun. Yeah, we're getting ready for Thursday night football. Mike McDaniel speaking to the media yesterday. He was asked about the Tyreek Hill and Calais Campbell, just kind of mulling on it after a day. This was before the footage came out. And thank you, Schmeathan, who says Tobin's built like a Detroit style pizza.
wait, what is no, he would be built like a deep dish.
You know, I never had a deep dish up until I went to
Really?
Indianapolis, and it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It like deep dish is like because there used to be a restaurant called Uno's,
Yeah.
and that's all they did was deep dish. And they used to be like everybody thought they were taking over.
I think this is what the hell was the name of it? It was began with a G. It was kind of known.
Sometimes it's too much bread though.
It is a lot of bread. I
Right.
couldn't eat the whole thing. I was like, ooh.
And that's the thing. Like deep dish is a lot of bread. Sometimes I like thin crust because I like the stuff, but I don't necessarily like the bread, and I don't eat crust.
What?
I don't eat crust.
All right, I'm moving on.
What you like?
What are you, a child? You don't eat crust?
No, I don't eat
What do you
crust. And
what do you cut it off your
kids-
sandwich too?
I
No,
love crust.
Love
I don't
crust.
eat-
Who doesn't love the crust?
I want to eat pizza. I don't want crust. I don't want to fill up on bread.
You know what crust is like? It's like the garlic roll to a
No.
good meal for me.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what the crust is for me? It is the tool in which I get the food to my mouth.
Mm.
Like a spoon. I use the crust like a spoon. Grab the crust, boom. Right?
Wild.
Giordano.
Yes, that's where I went.
Yeah.
That's where I went.
Is it tasty?
It was really good. It was really good. It was one of the lone bright spots of going to Indianapolis.
Is crust not a part of the pizza?
Strange. It's
Only women don't eat crust.
I don't know if that's the case, but I like the crust.
No, my daughter, she wants the stuffed crust. But you're limited to what size pizza you can get.
Yeah, you
when
have to get a
stuffed
large.
crust. Yeah.
Yep. That's how they get you. Anyway, here was Mike McDaniel. He was asked about the Tyreek Hill. This was before the body cam footage came out, but he was very upset and not happy with what happened to his players. Here was Mike McDaniel yesterday to the media.
No, I mean the time since yesterday to now, I think for me personally, it's been hard for me not to find myself more upset the more I think about it. And that's because of, my teammates and trying to put myself in that emotion or in that situation that they've described emotionally. And then knowing more than that, I think the thing that me up, honestly, to be quite frank, is knowing that I don't know what that feels like. I think it's very, very important that that two things should be true. That I think you let due process work and information to be gathered to appropriately project an opinion.
Should try that, please.
However, that I can't get away from the fact of what I know their experience to be.
There you go, Mike McDaniel yesterday.
You know what? One of the things that really upsets me even more is why are the athletes and all the parties that be talking about due process, wait until all the facts come out and all of this, yet the police union is already out and has already, decided that his guys weren't at fault. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
He could have very easily, or she, whoever it was, could have very easily said, let me see the video, let's get the footage and we'll, have something to say after that. Why does it seem like in this situation that the coach and the players were the voice of reason throughout all this?
Yeah.
Right? That cannot, when you are trained and you are a professional and it is your job to de-escalate situations, I would like anybody to go anywhere to see that video and tell me how was this accomplished? How the people responsible for de-escalating a situation and for the police union person to say the cop felt threatened. Again, I would like them to put up the video and say where. Did he feel threatened when he was banging on the window? Did he feel threatened when he snatched Tyreek out of the car? When he threw him to the ground and put his knee in his back? Or did the other guy feel threatened when he clipped him and took him back on the curb? Tell me when the police officer felt threatened. Because it's ridiculous. You think you could come out here and say anything and the video shows something else and you can get away with that nonsense? That's a damn shame that you think these people go just listen to whatever you have to say. What you should have said was, you know what? Let's investigate it. Let's get to the bottom of it together.
The Dolphins did put out a statement yesterday. I won't read the whole thing because it is pretty, but they said, they said we're saddened by the overly aggressive and violent conduct directed towards Tyreek Hill, Calais Campbell, and Jonnu Smith, and by the police officers before yesterday's game. It's maddening and heartbreaking to watch the very people we trust to protect our community use such unnecessary force and hostility towards these players. And yet it's also a reminder that not every situation ends like this in peace. We're grateful that this one did. What if I wasn't Tyreek Hill is a question that will carry the resounding impact. They say we're proud and to have a strong, positive relationship with Miami Dade Police Department and other law enforcement agencies, and recognize the vast majority of officers do serve the community with the utmost character and desire to protect all citizens. However, as is on full display in the video released tonight, there are some officers who mistake their responsibility and commitment to serve with misguided power. And while we commend MDPD for taking the right necessary action quickly to release this footage, we also urge them to take equally swift and strong action against the officers who engage in such despicable behavior.
There you go. There you go. And that's it. Like, you have to understand, every time an athlete does something wrong, everybody stands up. We turn on the TV. We turn on the news. Everybody stands up on their podium and want action right away. You know it. Everybody knows it. Whether you know the truth or not, you hear a story, you want action. You want something done. Now you want us to wait? Now you want us to wait? Now I put him on administrative leave. Oh, he's behind the desk. So that means that guy's going to be back on the street at some point. Now, I'm going to ask everybody out there. You driving your car. You get stopped for an infraction. You don't do a little sign of the cross and hope that guy ain't stopping you. Now, why is he still on the street? When you know that behavior is not allowed. So go ahead. Y'all go ahead. Let's wait, like the police officer said. Like the union guy said. He felt threatened. Like, I tell you what, there's probably some situations out there where somebody walk up to your car and start banging on your window like that and get shot.
Where were they threatened?
That's threatened. Tyreek was more threatened than he was. He wondered why he ain't roll the window down. He came out and said as much. Why are you banging on my window? I thought you was crazy. And then the other little side comments that you made. Stop crying.
Did you get ear surgery?
Did you get ear surgery? He said, I just had knee surgery. You should have got ear surgery. Yeah, all that.
Maybe he'll take
I
administrative.
want to know who's the person in that police union that defended that. Because right now you're making all police look like that type of behavior is okay.
Yep.
So good for you, sir. Good for you.
Kind of feel like we know that this all has been damage is done, my friend. But still a Tuesday. We do have to play that. That is our game, you know. But I want to say, like, look, there's a lot of hostility right now, which is always, of course, you know, it's very unfortunate times right now. I'll tell you one place you don't want hostility.
Where's that?
The bedroom. And let me tell you something, guys. If you guys aren't getting off to the start that you want, try Blue Chew. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in a chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. So the great thing is it's online. No doctor's visits, no pharmacy, no weird conversation. It gets delivered right to your door in a discreet package. And I got a deal for all our listeners out there, all right? You guys can try Blue Chew for free when you use our promo code SHOWPONY. Use that at checkout. You pay just $5 for shipping, but you're getting your first month of Blue Chew for free. Go to bluechew.com today. Use the promo code SHOWPONY, and you are getting your first month of Blue Chew for free. That's bluechew.com, bluechew.com.
WQA.
Let me go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
So somebody said we like abusing ourselves, and
Yeah.
so we opened up the text line.
The Kendall Toyota text line.
Yes, which we never look at.
Somebody asked me over the weekend, like, hey, come on, I'm a listener. I don't YouTube, but he's like, I like to communicate with you guys. I want to text.
Right. And
text line's back open, ladies and gentlemen.
So-
305-567-0560.
Somebody said, why weren't you this mad with Scotty Scheffler? I was.
Yes, he was.
But I will say this. I wasn't as mad for this reason. When it came out, they said the reason why he was arrested and he wasn't dragged to the damn ground, right? He was gingerly walked to jail, is because they said he dragged a cop. Remember the story came out that he dragged the cop and the guy said, ruined my pants and all this stuff, and then find out the guy was lying.
Luis likes to fish, says, I missed the text line. Well, it's back open now. You can text.
That's why I was annoyed, because I was more annoyed because he said they are protecting that entrance for the athletes, for the golfers to go in. And one guy was waving him through, and another guy, the guy that jumped on his car, is the one that stopped him. So he kept going because the one guy told him to go. So it was a little bit of a different situation, right? Now, they didn't give a damn neither, because they say, I don't care who it is, he going to jail.
Right.
So, like, yeah, but you got to kind of know when you have a tag on your car that says golfer and you're blocking the entrance of the golf course.
But I will say, you've noticed how many more people called that cop an idiot than these cops an idiot.
Right.
With Scotty Scheffler getting arrested.
Oh, yeah. That guy.
More people, and more people were mad at law enforcement than the idiot with his $80 pants getting ruined.
Exactly.
And look, man, like, this is the thing that sucks, is because, like, it feels almost like you got to put this caveat of, like, hey, yeah, there's a ton of cops you respect. You're putting your life on the line. There's a lot of people who suck in every profession, and a lot of people who ruin it. And this was really poorly handled. And I don't know how many times you know, people got to get their eyes open up to it. And especially, in the black community, how many of you guys got to say, like, you see?
Right.
But, like, even when you see, you don't see.
Hey, but here's the deal.
And it's wild to me to say, like, like the big ones, like, roll the windows down, bro. Let me tell you something, dude. Here's the other thing. He rolls that window down, he's still getting snatched out of that car. I'm telling you right now.
They didn't even give him a chance to step out the car when they asked him get out the car.
Which he said he was going to do.
All right, I am. And then
he said it ain't fast enough.
What is he, Sonic the Hedgehog? Well, he kind of is Sonic. I mean, he's very fast. He is very fast. But then he had his seatbelt on, which you asked him to put on the seatbelt.
And the other thing, he also, because you see, he had to divulge probably private information. Nobody knew that Tyreek had surgery. Did you know that Tyreek had surgery?
I didn't know that he had surgery.
Did you know that Tyreek had surgery?
No, I didn't.
Right? Did he have to let the cop know? But no, in a situation like that, you're saying anything right now. You're telling all the truth. Now the league knows. Oh wait, Tyreek had an injury.
Man,
it's just like see, we made fun of the Scotty cop because the way they explained it sounded ridiculous.
Oh well, the way what's his name? Was it Daniel Jeremiah? Or who was there?
Jeff Darlington.
Jeff Darlington. I'm sorry, Jeff Darlington was there.
Yeah,
where he was breaking it down. It was like, I've never seen anything like this.
Because the Scotty Scheffler thing is also, like, there's a patented, like, ridiculousness to it,
Right. Because one guy was waving him on, and another guy ran and jumped on his car and said, "Stop!"
This is upsetting because it's like, again, it does feel like a black athlete, great car, speeding, okay, but a wild overreaction to a guy speeding and saying that he didn't comply. And so what's the reward for that? Face on the pavement, horse collar tackle, and also we're going to put your giant teammate who's man of the year in handcuffs for just checking on his friend.
Right. Like that's the thing. Usually when somebody pulls up, and this is the honest truth. Usually if somebody comes and pulls up and they say, hey, I'm his friend, another cop will come over and explain what happened. That's the same thing happened to Jeff Darlington. The cop came over and said, hey, he's going to jail. Very calmly. It wasn't aggressive. You get out of here or you're going to get arrested too. He said, I need you to step back. He's going to jail. Right? Like, but
he was calm because he still had his pants. Mine were ruined.
Right. Like it was and for people to think, like, dude, when you get a speeding ticket, first of all, for just a speeding ticket, no cop has ever come to your door and banged on the window like that guy was banging on the door. Second of all, once you give your information, he normally goes back to his car and pull up all your stuff. This guy kept John with Tyreek. So why was he really getting his information? What was he really going to do? And then when Tyreek said, I'm getting out, he yanked him out of the car. So, like, when people say y'all should just listen to the cops, that pisses me off because there was nothing that Tyreek could have did that would have stopped that cop. You could tell by the way he went and chased Tyreek down that he was going over there and he had intentions, right? It just looked that way. He was very aggressive from the middle, from the beginning. So, like, yeah, I don't know how to deal with that because you know what? Yeah, it's not all cops. I know cops, right? I know they do a lot of stuff in the community, both on and off the job. I know that. I said, but when you have anybody in any of your peers, I don't care if it's the union, I don't care if it's other cops, I don't care if it's your captain, I don't care who it is, coming out and defending those actions in any way, then we all look at all of you like that. And I know it's not fair, but how do you want us to do it? If it's not everybody, separate yourself from it. And that's what you have to do.
Can I give you my damage is done?
Well, I already did. That's my damage. My damage is done. Is this whole situation that we've been talking
Fair
about.
enough. Fair enough.
So you can give me my damage is done.
My damage is done. Goes to death. Because we lost one of the great actors and voices. Oh, no.
We lost Darth Vader.
James Earl Jones passing away at the age of 93. A legend.
Yep. You know what my damage was done? I got another one.
Go ahead.
Vlad. Taking the show bits to the locker room.
No, that's a point. Dude, what
give yourself a point, too. Give yourself a point. Hey. Hey. Dude, wait.
Wow.
Oh, you can hear the background. You know, some would say you be silent. We're like, no, a show bit.
Right. Listen, as soon as I heard Vlad bring showbits to like I said, I'm getting Mike B to voice this. I'm getting Mike B to voice this.
Yeah.
We got an official sounder now for Vlad. Mike B Amante giving him the point. Let's do that one more time, Vlad. Just so people know.
Point.
No, you got it.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it. I feel honored. I feel honored. I'm sorry. Look, when Al from the West Palm Beach Post was talking about the leg, because we already asked him questions, so a lot of the media members are just now coming to him to ask him the questions. And it's when he talked about the leg, is it going to be ready for Thursday night? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, Tobin just is like, no. And you got to understand, if you saw me, like, a smile came on my face while I'm asking him the question. I'm like,
I can hear it.
Some would say that. Some would say that. You'd be tired. And then he laughed and he was like, no, I didn't beat science. I got to thank God. And I'm like, but when I said it, you should have seen all the mics, like get right to the, right to his face.
So good.
So yes.
Well done.
And here's the thing.
Yep.
After seeing the tweet where you actually finally Leroy gave Tobin his credit. You said it. You said it's on social media.
No, I said I don't know about being signed, but the boy good. He good.
You were impressed.
I was
You were
impressed.
Game
Yes,
one.
I was.
Game
I-
one. That's
game
it
one-
is a really like all jokes aside. What an amazing, cool story to
It
come
is.
back from
It-
that.
It really
And
is.
like
Dude,
he was wreaking havoc in that game.
It is. That part of it is amazing, right? The fact that we sitting here having a conversation about a guy, because I'm gonna tell you right now, he looked a lot better than Aaron Rodgers on that same Achilles.
Wait, it was an Achilles injury, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
Well, he didn't. Maybe the ayahuasca takes a little longer to kick in.
I mean,
I don't know.
when you're 25 and shizzle like that.
Yeah.
that helps,
He's
man.
not. Look, he doesn't look like he reacts like other humans do. Like he
Like,
doesn't look like.
Hey, to be honest with you, even his scar healed. I don't even see a scar.
It's crazy.
But I will say this: Aaron looked better than Kirk.
Oh, dude, Kirk looked bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Everybody was excited about that offense too. They're like,
Yeah.
oh, we got Kirk Cousins, baby. You know,
Yeah.
maybe that GM wasn't so crazy taking Penix. Although the rookies weren't looking good. This
I
week
mean,
either.
Penix is old as hell. So,
That is true.
like, it ain't like you getting a.
He's an old rookie.
Yeah, what's his name? He Chris Winky.
Chris
old.
Winky and
He's Chris Winky.
Took him a
old.
while to beat science.
So let's say Kirk is doo doo. Must be a Falcons fan.
You got a damages done, Vlad?
the Jets defense.
Yeah, hey, done. Hey,
That was
Dunzo.
That's what Jets the defense meant. Dunzo. Oh my God. Like
Who do
that
you-
was bad.
Who do you think
And
is going
keep
to
in
take
mind,
over?
though, Vlad, that running back was really good.
No, listen, he fits the system,
Yeah,
but it's just you start looking at things. It's like, damn, Mike McDaniel, Kyle Shanahan knows this defense very well because they practiced against it. So when you got guys that practice against the defense, they know the weaknesses. Like Kyle Shanahan, looking at him, first of all, he looks like a 1980 Miami Vice Coke dealer, like should be sailing on a boat.
I agree with that.
I didn't like that. He has a picture with Rick Ross, disgusted with. You saw that picture?
I didn't see
No.
that.
Oh, there's a picture.
I'm gonna
I'll
look that
send
up.
it. There's a picture of Rick Ross and Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan looks like he's trying to be Joaquin Phoenix's stunt double in the new Joker movie. That's how bad he looks. But anyway, they just manhandled that team.
yeah.
Manhandled.
I would
you're
say,
not supposed to
and
get manhandled.
They attack the same areas of the field
Yeah, what is this?
because you
suit
know they
he
do that
has
cover
on?
two, right? Because they think they can get there with the pass rush. They attack the middle of the field. Yeah, it was pretty amazing.
It was pretty, and then that was going to leave them easy to go over the middle, and they started
Right.
finding Kittle. They find Juwan Jennings. Juwan Jennings is a hell of a player, by the way.
Hey, can I
Yeah.
tell you something that kind of bugs
Like
me
he
out about
gets
this
caught, he
picture?
gets lost, right?
Right, he gets lost because of Aiyuk and Debo. But when that's Brock Purdy's third down guy. If you remember the Super Bowl and last night's game. But yeah, Jets defense damage is done.
Can I tell you something? I don't think I've ever seen Kyle Shanahan without a hat.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it
This
looked weird.
Really bugs me out, dude.
He-
I don't like this at
He
all.
looks like a 1980 Miami Vice villain.
It's
Let me see.
look at him.
Why is he? Hey, first of all, I didn't know Rick Ross was that short.
I don't know.
Holy smokes! Why is he?
Yeah, why does he look like that?
Wait, does he have? Oh, I thought he had a. Oh no,
Am I lying when I say he looks
no.
like
Like, first of all, the white suit.
the white suit.
Very confused
And
by
you
this.
don't you don't wear a white suit and accessorize with brown like that.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah. Why? And he definitely looks like he was in that firster. You know, big grains falling. He's like, hey, going out with the wife for a good time with Ricky Rose. You got some of that firster? You got it. There's some big grains falling. He goes, you got another $3 million for me to be the O-line coach?
Oh my goodness.
Do you need $3 million to coach Trent Williams?
No.
I feel like he just Trent Williams is it. He's a monster.
Yeah.
monsters, man. By the way, I don't.
I like the tackles did well against those two guys. The Dolphins tackles.
They did. They graded really
Yeah.
highly too.
Now this week is going to be a little different because it's coming up the middle.
Rousseau. What are you gonna do about former UM?
Rousseau, yeah,
He had
Rousseau
3
and
sacks against Arizona on.
I think
on Sunday.
same type of thing. You're gonna do the same type of thing. I would probably be a little more creative with how I get the ball outside, right? Instead of just those handoffs or tosses. What I would do is I'd take Jonnu Smith or who's the other Durham Smythe, and I would put them and motion them in, have them crack down on, pull the tackle around and run the outside play like that. So you don't have any penetration.
This is for our video audience, by the way. You guys can see the Shanahan look. Why does he look like that?
What I'm saying, guys.
It's weird. Man, crazy.
So
you lost to that guy?
He's holding a lot of weight.
We'll take a break. More to come here on the show after this.
Join
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin, Leroy here with you. 560 WQAM. All right, let's get to our headlines brought to you by Doral Volkswagen. Choose from over 300 new Volkswagen models in stock like the Tiguan, the Teos, and the Atlas. Remember, when it comes to Volkswagen, the great deals are at Doral Volkswagen. And the Miami Dolphins are gearing up for week 2 against the Buffalo Bills. Obviously had to deal with a lot of personal things in their head. Some of the tweets you read yesterday from like Teron Armstead about what Tyreek was like when he got to the locker room, very shaken with all this. Mike McDaniel does think that Thursday night football, a lot of this professional distraction can be good for the guys to get their minds off of it. This was him on feeling like they still will be ready for Thursday no matter what has happened around the team.
I don't know about this particular situation, but in times, and there's just been innumerable times of things happening in all ways, shapes, or forms to players, and they find the comfort in the process and the commitment to each other and the team. So I think it will. When I see guys, the team together tomorrow, I think a pretty sound expectation of guys being very, very focused on our next opponent, which happens to be in the division. They happen to play in Buffalo.
All right, there you go. I'm very excited about this matchup coming up Thursday night on Amazon Prime. Game Day Uncensored, by the way, gets going at 4. We'll get you ready for all the action. Myself and Solana, we will get you ready for Dolphins and Bills. The big news that we got to watch out for: the Dolphins running backs, De'Von Achane and Raheem Mostert, both dealing with injuries. Mostert has an ankle and De'Von a chest. We'll keep an eye on when the injury report comes out for today. But definitely something to keep an eye on there. I suppose if they both can't go, that's going to mean the debut of Jalen Wright, which
or no Jeff Wilson.
Jeff Wilson will go. Yeah, Jeff Wilson will go. I would venture to say Jeff Wilson probably starts.
Yeah,
but that would mean I would guess they would activate then Jalen Wright for sure, which kind of intrigued by.
Me too.
Kind of intrigued by.
Yeah. All right.
See what the young pup
Whippersnapper.
has. The young whippersnapper has.
I got you, Vlad.
For the upcoming game against the Bills. But man, they got to find a way to stop this Josh Allen. I mean,
they do. And you know what? They don't have to get there, but they have to shrink his time frame. You know what I mean? To where he starts making mistakes, because he'll
Yeah, he'll be willy-nilly with the football.
Oh yeah,
he will be willy-nilly with the football for sure. And he doesn't have his nemesis here anyway. Maybe that's a good thing.
Oh,
him and Christian Wilkins hate each other.
Christian Wilkins
hate each other, dude. It is funny. I was reading some tweets about Christian Wilkins. Now he's on the Raiders, and everybody's like now out there being like, man, this guy's dirty. He's a dirty player. This guy does a lot of extracurriculars. I'm like, yup, sure does. He pulls stuff.
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Achane
about to get the fragile label? Is that what you're looking at? Yeah. He definitely has some durability concerns. I think that's fair.
Everybody can't get hit. Everybody can play. Everybody can't play and get hit.
Chest injury.
Damn.
He's not playing?
No. He's not ruled out, but he was
Fantasy Vlad is
That's can't take deep breaths, man, when your chest hurts.
Ooh.
So you trying to run, can't expand your chest at all. Yeah, what's worse? Ribs.
Yeah, if they estimated yesterday that it would have been Achane with this I'm sorry, Raheem has the chest and De'Von has the ankle. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I had that flipped.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Either way, ankle's still not great. It's
no.
annoying.
Yeah, but
you can tape that up.
You can ice it, tape it.
Tape it.
It'd be good. The chest, that's a little different. I don't know, in 3 days you could
apologize for my injury report dyslexia there.
Yeah, Team Ayahuasca was good. Was We go through shambles right now, looking for a backup running back.
Says Liam Eichenberg is dealing with a shoulder. He was limited. Phillips is on the injury report, as is Jalen Ramsey for their hamstring and Achilles. We know about that. And then David Long has a finger. All right. We'll keep an eye on all that. But yeah, man, I really want to see. Now, it does feel like, I was reading that apparently like the secondary market tickets aren't like crazy for this one. So it doesn't seem like the Bills Mafia takeover is coming. I don't know if it's short week. I don't know if it's because it's not cold in Buffalo yet, so they don't want to make the travel.
It's cold in Buffalo. It was pretty cold. Leroy, you said you had to buy a hoodie, right? You had to buy something in Michigan.
So here's what I did. Now, Tobin knows me. When I pack, I pack.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a big old suitcase with the wheels. It sounded like I'm pulling a truck, right? So I told my wife, I'm bringing the little bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put the little bag, put a couple of pairs of jeans.
That is a good feeling when you can go a little bag.
I did a couple of pair of jeans, couple of shirts, a nice shirt in case I have to, when I go to dinner, pair of tennis shoes, toiletries, boom, boom, boom. Let's go. I get up there. I get up in the morning. I drive to Michigan. It's 55 degrees. And cloudy and windy.
That's like
what time is this now?
It's almost like another planet.
What time is this?
The morning.
Okay, I'm saying, but like
game time, it was 58.
Because you're hoping by like game time it
no,
might move up.
Game time
70.
was 58.
Eesh, that's not.
And I'm like, whoa. So they got me. Dude. They got me.
Sorry, man.
Whew.
Buffalo right now, 69.
That's good. That's good. Perfect weather.
69. So yeah.
I don't know if it's good weather. We still got 2 weeks of
That's
summer
hot
left.
for Buffalo. Buffalo's probably like, woof, scorcher.
But you still have 2 weeks of summer. Still left. It shouldn't be in the 60s and all over the
Oh,
place.
I understand, but I don't think they're traveling down here to get away from anything. That's my point, Vlad.
Oh, no. Kids got school. You can't be leaving. You got work. You can't be taking no 4-day weekends.
Like it'll still get low. Like it's saying like their lows are like in the mid 50s. So, but I don't think that's exodus to South Florida type of weather. Like last year they were so excited to get down here because the final game was it in January or was it in December?
January.
Yeah, like they could not wait to get down here. I don't think we're gonna see the elbow room takeover like we normally do with these jackals who jump through their flaming
Why? Because
tables.
it's too early.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think short.
Can I just tell you this? Every northern team plans their away trip where they bring all their big fans and stuff like that. Their season ticket holders, their main guys, their sweet people. They fly them down to either Florida or California, and now throw Vegas in the mix. And they have that one game. So it don't matter when it is. So that don't mean they're not coming because it's early, because it's planned well in advance. So I would say, does Buffalo play Vegas?
I mean, look, Buffalo.
No. We don't play the FCOS. They don't. Buffalo plays Kansas City.
Okay.
They go to LA.
Then it might be in LA.
They go to LA in
But
December.
Cleveland does it too.
December.
Cleveland does it too. Cleveland plays Jacksonville this week, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, in Jacksonville. Yes.
In Jacksonville. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, I would guess if they're going to do some kind of winter trip, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Coming down here doesn't make sense.
So, and I'm
still a statement game.
And I'm going up in December.
You're crazy.
Why?
To Minnesota?
No.
To
where?
Cleveland.
He's going to Cleveland
Why?
At the end of December for Dolphins Browns. Are you banging the drum?
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm trying to. I'm gonna see.
Oh, if you bang the drums, that's the only reason why you're going, right?
I told you, I'm gonna wear a shirt and troll all of Miami.
I hope your drum is sad. Please trade Watson.
Nah, he'll be done by that time.
Yeah. No, yeah. Because here's what happens. I don't care how much money it costs. When people start thinking they're gonna lose jobs, they trying to win.
Mhm.
End of discussion.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Hey, join the WQAM on-air staff at Smoke on the Water in Weston for Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars on Wednesday, September 25th. It's presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Enjoy a fine whiskey, a cigar, and Dolphins, Canes, Heat, and Panthers conversation with the WQAM on-air staff. It's free to attend, but you need to RSVP at WQAM.com, which will get you an invite and a complimentary cigar. You must be over 21, drink responsibly, and you guys can talk sports with the QAM on-air staff at Whiskey, Stars, and Cigars. Wednesday, September 25th at Smoke on the Water in Weston. It is presented by Edmore Sawgrass Auto Mall. Official partner, the main man. There's nobody better to help you flip your biz and cash out big than the main man. Go to online at www.themainman.com and sponsored by the injury law firm of Cohen and Judah. Did you see Bill Belichick at all yesterday on the Manning cast? I don't feel like he had a viral moment yesterday.
No, is that on ESPN?
2? ESPN 2?
Okay, I barely got to watch the football.
Oh, that's fine. I forget.
Hey,
that.
so
you're still dealing with that
still got
DirecTV
ABC.
nonsense.
Hey,
You got ABC
so-
though, right?
Papa John sent me a thing and said, "Your pizza's almost ready. Just waiting for a chef's kiss." I replied, "Keep your lips off my pizza."
That's a point.
Point for Leroy.
Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
That was honestly the best way to walk in.
Keep your lips off my pizza. Like, I'm lashing out. It's been a rough couple of days. I don't want to be mad about it, because I try to put everything in its proper context, right? And I try to understand that everybody isn't like this. But it's hard when you see a group of cops and they're all basically co-signing what the other guy's doing, right? As it's okay and normal. So how are you not supposed to feel that a lot of cops believe this was okay? So I hope that, look, I hope everybody's held accountable, because guess what? If nothing happens and the only thing that happens is Tyreek get a ticket, then why is he the only one being held accountable for his actions? Right? And that's fine. But don't expect us, and don't expect society or people or the people in that area or the city or the people of Miami to think anything more of you if that's what you are. Right? Like, no, we want our relationship to be good and all this. All right.
What the hell is that? You got a clown car with you, JFig?
That's her ride.
There's construction going on
after
next
lunch.
door.
He'll be cropped out after lunch.
That's an Uber.
Uber.
Did Scooby get his driver's license? What the hell's going on there?
That was the mystery machine.
He's like, come
That
on,
was
Chica,
really
we gotta
loud.
go.
I have no
He's like,
idea. There's a bunch of
Scooby's like, come on, Chica, we gotta go.
Chica.
Chica.
Point
You know
for
Scooby speaks Spanish.
Leroy.
He's bilingual, yeah.
Okay.
He understands.
All right.
He's bilingual,
Oh my goodness.
Don't start.
huh? Anyway, you got Peyton Manning from last night, Vlad. Peyton Manning did you hear this?
He got what?
He got very mad at Brandon Aiyuk.
Oh, because dropping that ball. Oh, I want to throw.
Aiyuk, he's a little rusty, Pate. He's missed all training camp.
Hey, get signed, get in training camp. There's a reason for training camp. You need it. We need the reps.
Oh.
Get those contracts done earlier so we can get in training camp. We don't drop balls on opening night.
Right, it's probably one thing catching passes, running routes. All of a sudden, you're laying out for a pass, full speed, diving. That's why. Yeah, those happen in camp. You make those, you practice those.
Balls in a high school field from some quarterback that's 45 years old, my age. You're not catching balls from your quarterback. Get signed, get in camp, and we don't drop the ball.
Hold up.
I got this, Vlad.
All right, go ahead.
I got this, Vlad. Here's what I'm going to say. A person who's never had a contract dispute can't never talk about somebody else that's trying to get their money. You always got your money. And Eli, You don't say nothing. Because you told the team, if you draft me, I ain't showing up.
Well, I think Arch said that.
Huh?
I think Arch said.
Well, he backed it up.
No, but that's right. Yeah.
He backed it up.
But
He
still.
followed what his daddy said.
Wow. Now look. It's easy. It's easy. That's the first thing come to mind, right? Oh, he just got his money.
Fat cat.
You know what I mean? He fat cat. Yeah. But come on. Y'all can't say that.
That is definitely the most angry I feel like I've heard Peyton Manning since he yelled at Jeff Saturday
Idiot
on the
kicker.
sideline.
No, what about the idiot kicker?
But I think that was a magazine article, so I don't think we got to hear
No, but
him
he
be angry.
said it on the sidelines of the
to
Pro Bowl.
Vanderjack,
Yeah, but did he call him idiot? Like we got video
Yes,
of the
he
idiot
said
kicker?
that's just our idiot kicker.
I remember
he
him
said
yelling at Jeff Saturday, like getting really mad at Jeff
No,
Saturday.
that's during football. But
right.
I don't understand how he has the nerve to be talking about throwing touch quarterbacks at 45 throwing the ball. Because 2015, when he won that Super Bowl with the Broncos,
he could barely lift a football.
He could barely throw 3 yards if it wasn't for that tremendous defense.
He was in camp though.
Yeah, because he was already paid. They always take care of him.
That's what I'm saying. Peyton Manning always got taken care of. He never was in a contract dispute.
Also, the thing was like it wasn't like right in his hands. He did have to dive for it.
No,
you know?
but he dove and he really didn't have to.
Is that what it was? You know,
He jumped and he shouldn't have to, and the ball kind of.
It was good coverage, but the ball was
perfect. Let me tell you something. You want to talk about dropping in a dime?
He dropped the dime.
He dropped a dime.
Purdy looked good.
Oh, I'm like, wow.
Purdy looked good. He's gonna get paid next year.
Think about this. Think about this. The 2 quarterbacks that seem to be getting it done are the 2 quarterbacks the world is hesitant about paying.
Let me ask you this:
Tua and Purdy.
Is
Well,
it
you
more?
can't say Tua.
No, I'm saying, but this was before.
Is it
now
more,
it's Purdy.
Is it more impressive for a GM to find a franchise quarterback with the last pick or to blow the number 3 pick?
No, you don't get no props. You get no props.
It's kind of a cancel out, isn't it?
No, you absolutely cancel out. You get no props for that.
Like if your number 3 pick is in Dallas, but you did find a franchise quarterback with the last pick, what's the scale there?
You know what? I'm gonna tell you here's the scale. You get no props for it. John Lynch gets no props. But what it did do for you, it saved you instead of paying that top pick that money. Because if he was really good, you would have to pay him now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not gonna be able to keep.
Still got to pay somebody,
right? But you wouldn't be able to keep Aiyuk and Trent if Trey Lance was in year 4 and he was winning.
Well, but here's the deal: if he was winning, you wouldn't care.
You wouldn't care, but you also be spending a lot of money on the guy, and also if you haven't won the chip yet, because you haven't won the chip.
Right.
They haven't won the chip yet.
Nope.
So that's what they're trying to do. He's the next big guy. It's you're lucky that he only cost you $1 million, Brock Purdy, instead of what Trey Lance could have, because what was he, the 3rd pick of that draft?
Well, he's going to get his Dak Prescott money next year.
Yep.
Good for him.
Right. So do you would
if I were him, I would have gave him $30 million last year.
I mean, think about it. He saved himself $54 million. Because if Trey Lance was really Trey Lance,
Can they do that now? Like, can you give a contract whenever you want?
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
Yeah.
I got a contract extension after my 2nd year.
So, like, if you think they came to him and they said today, like, hey, $55 million, do you think he say yes, or you think he's like, nah?
No, he'll be like, nah,
62 next year.
But here's the problem. He's making $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you get him. You get him where you might be able to get away with 45, 50.
That ain't gonna work, dude. There's no agent who's not like. There's no agent who's gonna look at him and what he's doing and being like, no, we're settling.
What if I
45.
give 45, 50, but I guarantee more money? So I guarantee 180.
Even if he blew out his ACL with what he's done and look at the numbers around the league. Like,
I know
someone's gonna pay him.
I know. So you're saying that now
it would have to be like 58 if I was his agent.
Yeah, really?
Like a little. I'll give you a little less, a little haircut.
I've beaten Dak Prescott twice.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you say, dude, now let me tell you something. Vlad, Tobin, when you making $1 million a year, 55 look just as good as 60.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
But if you get to the point where Now he's healthy, and
He makes $1 million. Like, how did he even get $1 million?
Because he's the last pick of that draft.
So like you get a bump. Like Skylar
Hold on.
Thompson makes $1 million.
no, let me see. Let me see.
He's $1 million.
I feel like that's a lot.
He's only $1 million
No.
cap hit.
Purdy.
Is that because he's a quarterback? Like, do you
No.
get paid more as a 7th round quarterback?
No.
Because I feel like if you're the quarterback, I feel like if you're the
Oh.
last pick, you should be making like, I don't know, 300,000. Like, what is the minimum of the league? now?
Wait a minute. Oh my God.
They
What?
What a discount, huh?
He signed a 4-year rookie deal with a total of $3.737 million and only 77,000 of it guaranteed. Hold on.
Okay, but you're right. He is making $1 million.
Yeah. Wait, that's what I'm trying to see.
But that's more than like
Nobody.
that's more than
Nobody.
nobody makes.
Nobody.
No, not in the league, but like a quarterback. But like if there's
The
a
league standard, no, that's minimum.
that's minimum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like the minimum is like
If you're a star, you make the 53-man roster, right?
right.
Right. Then that's it. Because
Wait, here we go.
because practice squad players, they only make like a
Here.
quarter of a million.
His contract this year is $985,000. That puts him 57th among NFL quarterbacks.
That means this. Wait, 57?
57th.
That means there's like 25. There's 24 backup
Wait.
quarterbacks that make more than him.
His rookie 4-year contract averages less at 934, making him even lower at the 79th among quarterbacks in the league.
So like Thomas Bryant makes. I mean, not Thomas Bryant. I was reading Smith. Thomas Bryant will make double what Brock Purdy makes this season.
Yep.
But also like Tyrod Taylor makes probably triple what
Right.
Brock Purdy makes.
Oh, if he plays 2025 without a new deal, Purdy would be set to earn $1.1 million.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Crazy.
Right.
He gets $100,000 raise.
Good for him. Well, you make it to that last year, I think it's only fair.
I mean, I've only gotten to the NFC title game and the Super Bowl my first 2 years. I mean, I'm just saying.
Hey, how about a little less pork out there? Watch that football.
Hey, they have and wait. Think about this. The 49ers have 45 million in calorie space.
Calorie space?
So I mean,
They gluten free.
salary space. I'm hungry.
-1.
I got 45 million in calorie space too right now. So yeah, so they could do it. They could do it right now. They could do it right now if they wanted to.
Man, take a break. We'll mix it up. Coming up next, we have Thievery in the Heat locker room. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you, 560 WQAM. You guys can get the show on the Odyssey app, AUDACY, and stream us on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM, both those channels. You guys can text the show, 305-567-0560 on the Kendall Toyota text line. Somebody says calorie space on the text line. Big Spoon got Leroy juicing after that Michigan L spread.
Dude, I did so much walking. Oh, man.
Another guy says,
You
hey,
old, huh?
another texter writes in, hey, Leroy, are you pumped for the new Aaron Rodgers Netflix doc called Enigma? Are you?
He has a
3-parter.
All right.
Yep.
by then he'll be 0-3.
We'll be 2-1. We'll be good.
2-1. You making a listen. Here's what I learned in sports. Don't assume anything. You're making a lot of assumptions about your team.
I'm not making assumptions about my team. I'm just not being negative after week 1. I'm not going to be
I'm
everybody.
not listen. I'm not being negative.
No, I mean,
I'm not being negative either.
You're
But
not, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be like,
Yeah.
oh my God, the world is falling after 1 week.
I got you.
So let's get to the mixed bag here, brought to you by Broward Health. Well into your future. Got thievery in the Heat locker room.
Thievery.
Thievery.
Oh my God.
So
What are we stealing?
Josh Richardson,
Uh,
when Bam was not at the facility, I guess, he decided that he was going to borrow some stuff from Bam's locker. And he tweeted him. He says, hey, man, if you're wondering where the cocoa butter and spray deodorant in your locker went, it mysteriously migrated over to mine. Thanks, management. All right.
Now you can't be stealing nobody's cocoa butter, man.
Well, he did.
You can't be oh my God.
Well, he did. And so Bam Adebayo then tweeted out yesterday. All right. And his response was, I'm borrowing my stuff back out of your locker, management. But there was a twist to this because Bam did not take his stuff back out of his locker. And as you can see here on social media, he took just all of JRich's stuff out of his locker.
Oh, you thought this was funny, huh?
Took his clothes,
That's
took
crazy.
all of his
Man,
shoes.
Lacrosse ball. Well, at least I got the essentials still.
But he left him the spray and the cocoa butter. And he took all of his stuff.
That's nasty.
He took all of his stuff.
You know what they used to do in Minnesota? Like, so, first of all, the kicker and the long snapper and the holder, they would go, when we played home games, they would go to the stadium and kick. And so they would be done with practice before we did. And his name was Mike Morris. And the offensive line liked playing pranks on each other. So periodically, we'd come back in from the indoor facility because it was freezing, and somebody's clothes would be outside like Scarecrow. He would dip them in water and put them on hangers. And it just,
What?
Yes. It was crazy. Where are my clothes? And you just hear, bite, no!
JRich responded on Twitter. He says, you guys, Bam is a sick man. Don't believe anything positive he ever says. He left the stuff at least, though. I like that Bam just left one sole of a shoe in the drawer.
Just a soul.
Just
In a ball.
And a ball. Wonder where that stuff is. You think
Pretty sure we'll get an update.
he like hid it in a box somewhere, or do you think like he's like no, you gotta good luck.
Good luck. But he saw that when he came in, so he already had clothes on.
Yeah,
He can get more workout stuff.
Oh, it would have been. Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true.
know.
He could go down. He
Right.
could go down the hall, I guess.
Right.
But still,
Yeah.
you know, what if there's a favorite pair of shoes that you have? I don't know. Pretty wild, man. Pretty wild. Oh man. All right, that's your mixed bag for today from JRich and Bam shenanigans. Heat basketball will be back before you know it in that Bahamas training camp.
You're still upset by that, aren't you?
He is so upset about that.
Just, you know, is it really the right tone? Like they tried to, I'll tell you the move they tried. they go with the press release about the Bahamas camp, and they go, "We're doing 2-a-days." I'm like, "There's daiquiris."
Like, no. But see, and here's the thing. I've gone to places that were really nice and had camp, but you're so exhausted because of the work you put in, you didn't care.
You know what helps with that?
What?
Those palm tree hammocks. Those are comfy.
Dude, he ain't thinking about that. I like, depending on who your coach is, like the one thing I say about Denny, we never went 2-a-days full pads, both practices.
Mhm.
Right? Bill, come on. 2-a-days every day. We used to practice full practice the day before preseason game.
Do you ever try and sneak in a 3-a-day?
No, we didn't have time. Like, I never, as a kid, as a young man, I never looked forward to nap more than when Bill Belichick was the coach.
Mhm.
It's like, whew, all right, lunch. I've decided to take a nap one time and not eat. That's how exhausted I was.
Well, you decided not to eat?
That's how exhausted I was. I figured I just grabbed something on the way back.
Calorie space.
Did you get your pizza or no?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
He's waiting.
It's
Waiting
on
for that
its way.
chef's kiss.
Yeah, it's on this
It
way.
ain't a curry kiss.
Dade South says Tobin is acting like the Bahamas is so much different than Miami. It is, though, dude. First of all, you're at a resort,
But
okay?
they don't have Astron over there.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
That's not true.
They have it, but not where they gonna be.
I don't know.
No, there's Astron everywhere.
You think
now.
Pat Riley has a no Astron rule for training camp?
I think so.
You think there's an element of
I mean, if he told Mario Chalmers what happened at Tootsie's, and Mario was like, yeah, like, yeah, don't act like there's anything that happens in this town, I know everything.
maybe Pat Riley is going to bring in the old school mentality, you know? Like he said this years ago with the Heat culture, you know, it got a little loose and he says you had to tighten the screws. So maybe it's one of these things where, you know, he takes him to the Bahamas, but like you guys get no fun. You know, like what if he curtains off all of the views and they can only walk to the gym? Some real psychological stuff from old Riles.
But think about Ross. He's always taking his teams or any team that he's part of. They've always gone to like a nice tropical place. He used to take the Lakers to Hawaii.
Yeah, no, they go to the Bahamas on the regular.
Right.
Just not after first round exit. If there was ever a time for Jacksonville Air Force Base, this felt like the time.
You want them to go to Jacksonville?
Yeah,
Who
dude.
wants to go to Jacksonville?
Nobody.
Exactly.
That's the
Exactly
point,
why he
though.
wants to send them there.
That's why I want the focus on basketball. That's what I want.
You don't think it's not? Listen,
It better be.
their focus has always been on basketball.
It better be. Well, I would like the focus to be on more active games of basketball. And you know what else I would like, Leroy? I would like that every time I tune into Bally's, that I'm not looking at the starting lineup like it's a Powerball lotto number. Let's see who we got tonight. Look at that. We are starting Kevin Love tonight. And as an aside, Tyler Hero missed another game. JRich is your starting point guard.
Oh, no.
Tune in tomorrow for Heat Lottery Ball lineup. That's what I would like to not happen.
You like to see some consistency.
I would like to see some consistency, Vlad. That's it. That's all I would like to see. Just a little consistency. I'm all for shenanigans. I like the shenanigans between Bam and JRich. I like vibes. But I would really, really, really like
Participation.
yes, that.
So,
And what that
see
doesn't
how frustrated you are?
Hmm?
Imagine how frustrated the people that are paying all that money are. Like,
Is
this a Jimmy argument? You're going back with this again? I don't like this.
then you can't say it for some and not for all.
Well, because you kind of because here's the thing. You don't want them to go to the Bahamas, right?
Mhm.
And you want them to focus.
Yep.
But then isn't like going to Bahamas kind of adhering to like what the things that Jimmy might want to do?
That's what
and
I'm
stuff like-
saying, though, dude.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to bring that up, but it's like, wait a minute, if you're trying to
That's what I'm
kind
saying.
of play
Like,
hardball, why?
like you're saying one thing, but your actions are another.
Right.
That's what I mean. Like, and I get it. This is probably like some back end business deal where like they're getting money from the resort or something like that. I get it. You know, you got to make those bucks. I'm not trying to hate, but like, there's no resorts in Jacksonville.
No.
They couldn't find some place a little bit more decrepit to just have Spo in the zone of getting everybody after it. That's all I'm saying.
Want me to show you something?
Yeah.
I was looking for.
You're still getting sent football cards?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something.
They should
I'm
have
gonna
gotten
show you the
Destin.
difference and why I always say bodies change over the course of a career.
Okay.
Right.
We're about to see
That's
Svelte.
rookie year.
Svelte Leroy in rookie year.
Okay.
Svelte.
All right.
4th year.
Wow, your shoulder pads in year 4 got a lot bigger.
It-
And it kind of did.
no, I was just big as hell, and the shoulder pads look smaller.
Nah.
Gotta tell you, you did not skip leg day year 4. What did you squat a Buick? Jesus. No wonder you always got 3. Holy crap.
Speaking of squatting and Buick, how long does the Giants general manager have before he gets fired?
Oh, soon, dude.
Right after the coach.
I'm going to say the next Saquon Barkley touchdown.
Monday night?
Right after the coach.
Dude, I watched that, and Mara was in there, and he goes, hey,
If he goes to Philadelphia,
I don't want to lose Saquon Barkley, and I definitely don't want to lose him to a rival. And the guy's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about
So
it.
he said, "Don't worry about it."
We got Tommy Cutlets, huh? And what does he see? Van Ginkel pick 6 and Saquon Barkley scoring 3 touchdowns.
Wait till they play against each other.
When is that?
oh, it's like in another 5-6 weeks.
Oh, exciting.
And the Giants are wearing Montreal Canadian uniforms as jerseys.
It's
The hell's
really
going
sad.
on, man?
It's really sad. Yeah, when is that game? Giants, Eagles. Not for a while. October 20th. So we got a little bit. They got your Browns coming up in a couple weeks. Hey,
Ooh.
don't lose to Danny Dimes.
Well, dude,
Sorry.
the quarterback's playing better defense than the defense right now.
I haven't even looked at the week 2 games because I'm so on the statement game on Thursday.
This is week 2.
Week 2. I know. It's crazy.
You can get to it on Friday.
There's not really that many great games. You got you got Bengals, Chiefs.
There's not that many great games.
Bengals don't want us to go start the season 0-2.
Wait. Vlad.
Hmm?
Here's what's funny about that.
Right.
Nobody wants to start 0-2.
I mean,
But they are. You see what I'm saying? Like they're making it sound like if they had their preference, they would have liked to beat one of the worst teams in the NFL.
Seems like you nailed this. It seems like you nailed this Russell Wilson thing, by the way, because Justin Fields starting this week. So no, Mr. Unlimited revenge game.
I told you. Like, come on, man. I've seen this. Like,
you've seen this movie
listen,
before, huh?
No, because there's one coach and one coach only that could definitively get away with this, because he say, I'm all about winning and whatever it takes, right? And that is that Pittsburgh Steelers coach and Mike Tomlin. And everybody gonna listen. You know why? He ain't never had a losing season.
You know what? I gotta throw somebody else in the from our last segment before. Russell Wilson, man. He's got to go in there. Damage is done. Russell Wilson, you're not playing. You're scratch. Why are you dressed on the sideline with shoulder pads?
I think he
looking like a big goof.
That was great.
I think he was the emergency quarterback.
No, he's not. He was out. He was out.
Don't you get a third emergency quarterback? Like Tim Boyle can't play?
He's out.
So he just did that for show poniness?
He did that for show poniness. The same way he was
That is
on the
lame.
plane.
So
doing
wait.
knee lifts.
So wait. He was inactive
He was inactive and he was wearing shoulder pads
for the whole game?
with the uniform. Yes. I'm not making this up.
Doing too much.
Too much.
That's why nobody likes him.
I bet you right now, Sierra's gonna 1-2 step to the divorce if he keeps on acting up, man. I'll tell you that.
You just wanted to hit the point button again, didn't you?
No, I just like the joke.
Yeah,
Anytime.
take your
All
point.
right.
Take your point.
Yeah,
Oh, you
let's
like
take
it?
a
Oh,
break.
you liked it?
I liked it.
Oh, you liked it.
Let's
Thank you,
take a
then.
break.
Point for Vlad.
Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you.
I'm eating my diet pizza.
Can you take it over to the Windowplex and give us a weather report from the Demesman and Dover law firm? YourAccentAttorneys.com. Free consultation 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
All right, we got a light wind. I'm going to say 5 to 10 miles an hour because I don't see nothing moving. Coming out of the east. All right, so that's a little bit of a switch, a little east-southeast. I'm looking out west. It's really cloudy out west, but it's not as cloudy over east. So
You think it's ominous?
yeah, it's looking kind of dark over there. So, and I'm looking toward JFig's house. Jennifer, is it raining? Because it looks like it.
It literally just started thundering, so it's almost here.
What'd you say?
She said it's almost thundering over there, but I was laughing at Croqueta King, who says on YouTube that hotel by the Hard Rock Stadium, that they should host the Heat.
Stadium Hotel?
If you send the Heat to Stadium Hotel,
They retired.
you mean business. You mean
no,
business.
You absolutely. No. There's some nasty business going
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Stadium Hotel. I don't know. You want to be around the Stadium Hotel.
Pat Riley goes and sends him the old flyers from El Palacio. He goes, hey, where are we going? Oh, we're going to a beautiful place, El Palacio. They show up to the Stadium Hotel.
Oh my God, I forgot about El Palacio.
You'd be like, and by the way, you guys are gonna have to run laps at Calder. No, you know the Heat mean business. Headlines are brought to you by Doral Hyundai. Choose from over 13 new Hyundai models in inventory like the Tucson, the Sonata, the Palisade. Remember, when it comes to Hyundai, the great deals are at Doral Hyundai. Been talking about the Miami Dolphins getting set for the Buffalo Bills. I agree with Larry Davis. Says the Dolphins better start thinking about the Buffalo Bills. When they go to sleep, I hope too. All he thinks about is the Buffalo Bills. You better be slathered in buffalo sauce, ready to beat the Buffalo Bills.
I can't believe you haven't. I know you say this is so-called statement
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
But I can't believe you haven't seen the second type of game this is.
What's that?
The Jordan Poyer game.
The revenge game.
Yeah.
I agree with that. You bring him in here. I was listening to his press conference yesterday. Very coy with the media because he says he's got some things on Josh Allen.
Can I say
But he will not reveal them.
Can I say this?
What?
You know how I talk about defensive players, right?
You say they're stupid.
So why on earth would I want to get notes?
He's a savvy vet.
I don't care.
Safety.
They're still play defense.
He's got knowledge.
Dude.
He did drop an interception.
I have no faith in somebody that if you look the wrong way, he runs over there.
No, that's not fair.
That's what animals do.
What? No, stop saying that about defenders, dude. It's not nice.
Okay.
It's not nice.
Very true, though.
I don't know that it's true.
Wait. Have you heard the phrase when you're watching the game? Oh, he looked them off.
Would you call Calais Campbell dumb?
Hmm?
Would you call Calais Campbell dumb?
Not to his face.
It's a giant.
Here, wait.
Let
Let me change.
I hope the police officer didn't call him.
Wait. Let me change it. They're not dumb. They're easily persuaded.
They're naive. They're
Yeah.
gullible. They're
Gullible.
Gullible.
Gullible. Right. Dude, wait. Think about this. When have you ever heard a grown man move another grown man with his eyes? And when you watch film, the quarterback moved him with his eyes.
What, they flirt?
No, that means the quarterback looks one way and he hyperventilate, run over there.
This is what Jordan Poyer said yesterday. He said, being so familiar with Josh Allen, are there any tendencies in his play specifically that maybe weren't always expressed to him that you have in the back of your mind? Possibly. He goes, quote, yeah, I'll keep those within the team. But follow up, but they exist. And he said, quote, they exist on every player. We'll keep those within the team.
Hot damn.
Is there a reason to be that coy?
Wow.
Come on, man.
Wink. And then I don't think they have that in the transcript where he goes,
No. I ain't buying it.
what do you mean you're not buying it? You don't think he has
Because
secrets?
Okay, because I'm going to tell you. Okay, I got a secret. And Josh Allen run through that hole, right? And you got to tackle him. What's your secret? 'Cause you
That's
better
fair.
pull it out right now because you about to get dump truck.
No, he is the
You
listen,
better not get dump truck.
he is the size of a Clydesdale. I will
Right,
give you
but that's
that.
what I'm saying. So when he break free, what is your secret?
Maybe the secret is when he
We
throws the
all
ball.
need to tackle him? Yeah, that's not a secret.
But maybe he's got some other things, you know.
No, what?
Little tendencies.
There are no secrets about tackling a moose.
Things that the other teams
There
that
are no secrets about
Leroy.
tackling a moose.
But you played with team. All right, so you played with other on teams that somebody has familiarity.
Yeah, yeah.
So what happens during that week? Does he go?
So-
does he go to the defense? Does he talk with the coordinator and the coaches?
No. I don't want advice from him.
Okay, I'm asking. I just want to know how it
I'm not
works.
getting. You can't get like some of the things that you can do that he may be aware of is what things make him nervous, right? A blitz from here, a blitz from there, or whatever. But the thing about Josh Allen is if you blitzing and you stopping him from throwing the ball, then he's a running back.
But there's some things that you got like just knowledge of that some guys
That
may
don't-
just
a
see.
lot of-
Like I'll give you an example.
You know, we all get the film of every game you've
I
ever
understand,
played.
but some guys can see things different on certain things. Like so, here's an example. Different sport.
I
Did you
already
know-
know.
no,
I
I'm tell-
already know I'm gonna be mad when I hear this because you got the look.
Tom Glavine was a Hall of Famer, right? But for some reason, Mike Redmond, Marlins backup catcher, had his number. No rhyme or reason. A man who was like a 230 career hitter all of a sudden turned into Barry Bonds when
Can
he
I tell
faced
you
Tom
why?
Glavine. There was just
Can I
something
tell
he
you why?
had
No.
when he
That's
knew
not why.
about
No.
Tom Glavine.
That's not why.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell you why.
What?
Because he didn't face him enough, so he didn't game plan as
No.
much as he should.
He faced him
That's it.
plenty. He
No,
faced him
okay.
plenty. Tom
What,
Glavine.
20 times in a career?
Tom Glavine.
20 times in
I'm
a
telling
career?
you, no, way more than that. Way
No,
more than
it's
that. I'm
not.
telling you.
No, it's not.
Mike Redmond, I think, has 17 career home runs. I think 15 of them are against Tom Glavine.
No.
He owned Tom
Listen,
Glavine.
can I just
There
tell
are
you?
just certain things, certain
You're
matchups.
gonna be a terrible old ass grandpa.
What do you
Because you're
mean?
gonna tell whoppers.
If I look right now at Baseball Reference and I were to pull up, you would apologize for how much
yes,
Mike Redmond
I would
owned Tom Glavine.
apologize if 15 but 17 home runs were.
I'm gonna
You
look
don't think
right
you stretched that a little bit?
now. No. I'm pretty sure I got it right.
And that means you 100% got it wrong.
Mike Redmond versus Tom. Oh, it's even Google comes up. Let's see. Oh, there's even
That
an
is
article.
like the first thing you see.
Highest batting averages against Tom Glavine. Mike Redmond has the best career average against Tom Glavine. 438.
How many
Leroy.
at bats?
48.
That's a lot.
48. 21 hits.
Okay.
2 home runs though.
2 home runs.
2 home runs. Right. I told
In my mind, it was a lot more.
I told. Listen,
-1
I had uncles like you.
for Sass.
Like I had uncles like you.
In my mind,
Would
it was
tell stories when we were kids,
Hmm.
and we would all look around and say, "Ain't no way in the world that's true."
most career home runs against
And
Tom
somebody would
Glavine.
say, "Stop lying to them kids." You can hear them in the other room. Yeah, you're gonna be a terrible grandpa telling your whoppers.
Apparently, the most career home runs against him, Mike Piazza and Jimmy Rollins each had 6.
That's it, 6. So nobody had 15 home runs against him.
Mike Lowell had 3. Actually, Mike Lowell's sneaky good against him as well. And Luis Castillo. But let me tell you about Luis Castillo. All right, here's the thing about Luis Castillo. That meant Luis Castillo got to hit righty. And Luis Castillo, as a right-handed hitter, different animal. Different animal. When he stepped up there righty, this man was a power
Why
threat.
wouldn't he hit right all the time then?
Well, like it's just the way he saw it. Like, he was a good hitter, lefty. Like he could make contact, but when he switched it over, you're talking a monster. Luis Castillo, and by the way, he matched Mike Redmond in career home runs against Tom Glavine because he had 2.
You mean the guy that you said had 15 of
I
his
didn't
17
remember
home
Luis.
runs?
I didn't
Does he even
remember
have 17 career home runs?
Mike Redmond.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Oh my God! Please say, please, you dude, you best, you.
I mean, he's a backup catcher.
No! Go.
Nude.
Go,
that
go,
was his
go.
claim to fame.
Go. How many?
Hold on, pulling it up.
How many?
13 career home runs.
-1 for Sass.
No, that story with the hell
Fire
in
the bum guns.
that story with the hell in the head basket
Wow, that was bad.
That was
bad.
terrible.
That wow.
Wow.
That
I
went
don't
up
remember
in-
him as a Minnesota Twin.
That went up in flames.
You
quickly.
barely remember as a baseball player with all the crap you was talking about.
Everybody knows about Mike Redmond hitting naked, taking naked BP to rally the 2003 Marlins. It was a thing, dude.
Naked BP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He wasn't hitting nothing. Come on. What are we doing?
I'm telling you, dude. It was so all I'm saying is Jordan Poyer could be our Mike Redmond, which means he's got to practice in the nude.
Wait, what?
Yep.
Tackling the nude or practicing the nude?
Just a walkthrough. I don't want him to rip anything.
Dude, sometimes your logic as a man is just unbelievable. I don't want him to practice in the nude because I don't want him to rip anything. That's all you worried about? Not the fact that there's to be a naked man that's probably going to be Baker acted for running around naked.
In 2002, Mike Redmond hit 305.
I mean,
What 10 at bats?
No, he played 89 games that year.
I mean, Antonio Brown left almost naked.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, Antonio Brown did a lot of stuff.
You know who Mike Redmond, who they replaced him with, right?
Who?
Mike Redmond, when he was manager of the Marlins.
Who?
He was replaced by Dan Jennings, the GM.
Oh my goodness. The guy who had never coached.
Yeah, the guy
except
who
in
never
high school.
coached.
And my first question was, is it possible that he's so bad he lose both jobs? No. Yes, he did.
Somebody's saying, Tobin, your hero, Tommy Hutton, did great versus Tom Seaver. I believe it. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I'm just going to take this guy's word for it.
Tommy hit 15 of his 17 home runs.
Boy, I love the way you came out there real aggressive.
In my mind as a child, it felt like a lot more home runs.
I guess.
But he was good. I mean, killed Tom Glavine. Apparently, a lot of Marlins did. Lowell, Righty Castillo.
Why does that guy look like a doll?
I feel like he's going to sing opera.
Right. And
We're looking at Nick Wright on FS1.
his nose is 1.5 feet long.
I can't say anything about that.
It is. Oh, no. It does, doesn't it?
He looks like Gonzo from the Muppets.
His eye, the distance between his eyes and his mustache is so great because of his nose. Like, look at my distance. My distance is short, right? Look at that. Now look at his. Holy smokes. I didn't know the face had to accommodate the nose.
We'll take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Only 2 home runs for Mike Redmond against Tom Glavine, huh?
Well,
so
listen,
much more in my mind.
Tobin, it's not like Redmond was giving up. I mean, Glavine's giving up a lot of home runs. Think about it. The most that hit
stats just mess you up.
The most home runs he gave up to was 6 to
Felt
Piazza,
like it.
right?
The most he's given up was 6.
And Mike Redmond, who doesn't even have as many at bats as Mike Piazza's, hit a third. He got a third of that.
True.
That's pretty.
Barry
pretty
Bonds,
impressive.
329 against Tom Glavine.
I had a
4
lot of
home
success
runs.
against Dallas.
How many times did you beat Dallas?
1,
You beat him on Thanksgiving.
Hey,
2.
you know what? You should have gotten enough turkey that day, man.
No, I shouldn't have. Dude.
He only had 3 plays. It was the
Three
biggest
plays.
three
And
biggest
he had
plays
3 plays for 150 yards.
and 3 touchdowns. But I'm just
I think, let me see. That was one of the games we won. I fumbled in the end zone. Thought it was over. We stopped them on the last play of the game to win. That was the year and we win the playoffs. And then Minnesota, I had Thanksgiving, but we lost to him in the playoffs because I fumbled 8 times. You know who else I always had? Denver. Denver. I always did decent against Denver.
Schmeathan, man, he's relentless.
I know.
Relentless. Leroy had a career low 12 fumbles against Dallas.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I think I had the only team I never did well against was Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Man, we didn't
Understandable.
beat at all.
Now,
I
really-
always did good against Houston. Houston, I always caught 10 balls, 10 passes. It was the craziest thing. I had a 100-yard receiving game before I had a 100-yard rushing game.
That is weird.
And in fact, I had more yards receiving until my 3rd year,
Mm-hmm.
4th year in the NFL. So it was a weird, just weird.
Oof.
When people say, "Oh, you didn't do," I say, I can't explain what I did in my career because it was all over the place.
I can tell you now your calorie cap is much more filled.
Hey, can I tell you? We just ate a diet pizza.
What does that mean?
Dear Papa John's,
Yeah, man.
when we want thin crust, we still want the same amount of ingredients. Don't put less stuff on it because it's thin crust.
I felt like I was eating pita.
Because the price costs the same.
Mm.
Still put all my meat. I don't care if it overflows. We'll make it work. I just want a thin crust because I don't want all that bread.
Would you like to hear Miami Dade PD their tweet today?
Yeah.
Sure, it's not coincidental at all.
Let me ask you this: Is it did they put on Michael Jackson shoes, or they started to moonwalk a little bit?
Well, not really.
Really?
They tweeted out today. Speeding is more than just breaking the law. The consequences: greater potential for loss of vehicle control, increased stopping distance, increased degree of crash severity. For more information, go to, and then they put a website. National Highway Patrol, I think. Great timing.
How about police brutality? What is that harmful?
No tweets about that.
Yeah, of course not.
No tweets about that.
Of course not.
No tweets.
What about excessive force?
No tweets about that.
No tweets about that. Right? Mm-hmm.
But just so you know.
What about a cop banging on somebody's window?
What about respect?
For a parking ticket?
What about respect?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I think a little bit of patience, The
cops are supposed to have the most patience.
That's what I'm saying. That's who should have the patience.
Tyreek Manning seemed like he was 2 minutes from getting tased. That's the way that guy was.
I was very scared to have it get to that point. The more I looked at the video, the more scared I was that was going to happen.
But and you still ask yourself why? Right?
For sure. I just.
You think right now he's saying I had to take his ass to the ground?
Definitely.
Right? Telling all his friends. Yeah.
You think Tua knows jujitsu? Watch this.
Yeah. You know what? It's quite easy to take somebody down in handcuffs.
That's true.
You know what I mean? I'm like, man, see, that's where that badge gives you more power than you deserve.
I'm gonna ask.
Right?
I'm gonna ask
Because
Tommy's.
you would go after a dude like that in handcuffs.
I'm gonna ask Tommy's teacher that this weekend,
What?
or his coach, and we'll be like, "Hey, how much easier to do this if the other guy was in handcuffs?"
Like, I'm just like, see, there's some people in this world just call that Tuesday, and that's the problem we have. That we haven't, like, while everybody, see, because there's certain people in this world, when people complain about something that's happening to them, they want it to go away. So they ignore it, right? And then these situations keep happening. At some point, you're going to have to do something about it. Okay? At some point, we're going to have to look at this situation and go, why in the hell is this cop banging on that window like this?
Do you think that Tyreek Hill, he obviously had the celebration, which was awesome, in his back pocket.
Right.
Do you think he shows up Thursday night on horseback?
Like, no, he shows up with
in a golf cart.
No, one of the guys peddling in. What do they call those? Rickshaw. Yeah, like he on the back.
Or a tandem bike.
Yeah, a tandem bike.
The tandem bike.
Yeah. Oh, you probably go too fast with that.
You know, it'd be funny
Yeah.
if him and Jalen go in like stepbrothers.
Yeah.
Or I think he should drive fast with a police escort.
Oh, yeah.
Pay for a police escort. Just go by everybody.
Hi, everybody.
This how we do it in Broward.
Oh, he brings the Broward.
Yeah. BSO.
Oh, that'd be hysterical.
Yeah, BSO. Just escorting him in.
Like, heard they took you guys down in softball last year. That stuff.
But yeah, man. Like, it's like I've calmed down from it, right? But not because I think anything's gonna be done or we're gonna move forward with this, right? It's a shame because it's gonna happen again, and it might not be now, or it might be later on, and we're gonna look back at this and say, "Hey, it's still happening." But until somebody does something about it, and guess what? It has to be both sides, right? But more importantly, if you are trained to de-escalate a situation and you do everything to accelerate it, then you shouldn't have that job, because that's how people get hurt, because situations get out of hand. People are people. Situations can get out of hand. The professionals are the ones that are supposed to de-escalate it. That guy, from the second he got on that motorcycle and started weaving in and out of traffic, right? To the time Tyreek was handcuffed, there ain't nothing that he did that de-escalated that situation over a speeding ticket.
Schmieden says Game Ops needs to play Bad Boys song if he scores.
Oh. No, listen, let me just say this. We can have fun with it, right? We can have fun with a lot of things, but don't take it too far. Like, don't, that's like, we call each other brother-in-law and all that, but you can't, there's places we can't go.
That's right.
That's okay. But don't, no.
We'll take a break, wrap things up on the other side. Back with more after that. Oh, before this, JFig has some tickets to give away. What band's coming to the Hard Rock, JFig? Who am I
remember?
So you mean they don't get cropped out?
They don't get cropped
out. Are they
out.
good? I've never.
I enjoy them. Yes.
Are they? A lot of people were calling in for the tickets yesterday. We had a ton of people calling in.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that. They're also on tour with August Burns Red.
Excuse me. That's a band?
That's a band, yeah.
August Burns Red?
Yeah, and Stand Atlantic.
You know what? Not a bad description of how this feels down here during August. It does feel.
That's very true.
How I felt up north?
Yeah. A Day to Remember is coming to Hard Rock Live in November. If you guys want a pair of tickets right now, caller number 4 to 305-567-0560. Caller 4 to 305-567-0560. Dade South Coast.
That's right.
Washington has no more days to remember.
He murdered me.
for
A day to remember. Hard Rock Live in November. If you guys want to go, JFig's giving away a pair of tickets right now. Caller 4 to 305-567-0560 will win the pair of tickets today to remember at the Hard Rock
Let's
in
mosh
November.
together.
Take a break. Back after this. My camera went all screwy. I don't know why it's facing that way. I didn't even go that way. Uh-oh, it's stuck.
Maybe it picked up on me.
Maybe.
Because, you know.
You think our cameras are flirting?
I think if our cameras had a choice of who to look at, it would be me.
I would agree with that.
So your cameras are flirting? What's going on there?
It looks like they were flirting.
That's so weird. Okay.
That was funny.
I got into this thinking that I wasn't going to be on camera, the radio thing, and then all of a sudden it took off.
No, it did. Then we thought we were going to be on those fancy things.
Oh yeah.
Remember, JFig had
We were
to
gonna
take
stick JFig.
JFig had to go to like 9 months of training to figure out how.
That was very intense training, and I was the only one that survived.
Yeah.
Everyone else left me by the second hour.
They're still here. I mean, they're here to be used.
So I wonder if that's just big versions of this thing right here.
Pretty much. They were fancier.
Right?
They were fancy. They zoom in really. Zoom in really nice. I've seen them work.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know how to use them,
Yeah.
JFig?
Yeah,
but
but the only way that
you would
they
you would have to actually come to work.
Oh, she didn't like that. Oh,
You saw that laugh?
She just gave you a mindset to sass, dude.
What? He coming to work.
Wow.
What?
Look, no, I've complained so many times
That
and nothing. My training was 2 years ago.
If we put a punching bag under there, we could just go
Little speed bag.
the speed bag. Yeah. Can you hit the speed bag?
I'm not good at it. I've tried. It's just, I'm like, I've done it with.
It's
like,
all timing.
I go to box. Yeah, it is all timing. But I
Right.
go to boxing gyms and I've like done it, and he goes, "You'll get it." I'm like, intangibles.
Rocky learned.
Huh?
Rocky learned.
Not really, dude. He had to like. First of all,
Why?
we've always talked about how
Hey,
Rocky.
you know what?
We've talked about how Rocky
No,
is
no,
the
no, no.
most unrealistic Rocky.
Hold on. Because I just had this Rocky.
Yeah,
conversation
because
with a friend of
like
mine.
Rocky ain't coming close to beating
Hey, listen,
Apollo Creed.
I love women, right? But there's something that needs to be said.
Yep.
Talia Shire played two of the worst roles that a female could ever play in The Godfather and in Rocky. Okay. Adrian turned her back on Rocky. When Clubber Lang asked her, hey woman, I know you've been looking for a real man. She looked at Clubber Lang.
You thought she winked?
She was
I don't
flirting,
know,
bro.
dude. I don't know.
She was flirting.
Hey,
Like those cameras?
She really didn't want him to
hey,
fight.
can I just say this? Them wasn't the times for that.
You know what I'm saying? And then,
Them wasn't the
hold
days
up,
for that.
Hold up. And then what about in Rocky?
We know Paulie was racist.
And what
Yeah,
about,
right.
oh,
That's
we
what
know
I'm saying.
we know Paulie was racist. But when Clubber Lang talked to her, she looked at Clubber Lang.
When
She
you
looked
knew,
at-
that's when you knew Rocky wasn't racist, because he goes to Paulie and goes, maybe they don't like you neither.
And second, how about when she told the man you can't win? How you gonna tell your man you can't win?
Can I just tell you the dumb crap that people pull from the Rocky movies? Cat for life. I love Rocky, but he never caught that chicken. That's what all the Rocky movies. That's what you came up with.
It's a great method.
And by the way,
Well, here's the thing. Like, did
Remember,
you,
we were gonna go over to
we're gonna go to Tony's house.
Tony's house.
I know she winked.
Do you you know what the thing was though? Like, I loved how adorable it was when Rocky tried to have Adonis Creed, chase the chicken. He got the chicken in like one step. He goes, chickens are getting slower.
That's like something you'd say.
It's like Tobin would have said, I chased the Tyreek Hill of chickens. You got the B version.
I'm just saying.
You're right though. No, she never believed in Rocky. And then
She never believed him. But from the top of the mansion, from the top of the stairs of that
Yeah.
mansion that he got for her. Remember, she was in a one
in
bedroom
fairness
apartment.
though, Vlad,
Come
her,
on.
Creed did just die,
You
so
can't
Apollo
win,
dies,
but you can't tell your man. You can't.
but he
tell
only
your
won.
spouse
He didn't have to
you can't win.
But remember, first of all, two things that were stupid about this. Okay, one, he was going to take on this monster. Okay, who had no professional record, because it was his professional debut. Here's the second thing that was stupid about Rocky. Okay, no
He gave
disrespect.
up the title.
No, not only did he give up the title, no purse. No purse to fight Drago.
The purse was he wanted Drago's blood. That was the purse.
No purse. No. Like, and then what happened in Rocky 5?
Broke.
That's
broke is a joke.
And come
It's
on,
called prize fighting.
Yeah, like he's sitting here. Like, what do you think? I mean, no offense, not going to bring Creed back to life. You might as well get the bag.
And you notice, right? This is what I know that Adrian was bad. I'm gonna tell you why.
Mm-hmm.
When he went to LA, he was starting to get the rhythm. He wasn't the intangible.
She
anymore.
showed up.
Yeah, she showed up. He was getting some brown sugar. Yeah, she showed up immediately. Yeah.
You're afraid, Adrian.
Dude, it's like, listen, I'll give you the first Rocky, but the fact that you know all the lines from all the Rocky
I've
movies.
seen all the Rockies.
Yo,
We've all seen them.
Nah, but Rocky's a legend. to
I
us.
love Rocky.
Yeah, Rocky. We love Rocky.
I even like Creed 3. A lot of people didn't like Creed 3. I like Creed 3. I like the Creed. I love all of it. And I like Rocky 5 too.
Even though you know the gist of it.
With Tommy Morrison?
Yeah. I think it's underrated. I think it tells about the sleazy side of boxing.
You know what the worst part of Rocky 5 is? It's not the fighting or anything with the fake Don King or Tommy Morrison. It's his relationship with Little Rock.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, kid, shut up, man. Your dad took an ass whipping most of his life so you can go to this Ivy League school and be with everybody in Wall Street. Be quiet.
Yeah. And then the kid ends up at Wall Street and then he gives him the kid's upset because he's grown up in Rocky's shadow and things like that. He was a shadow. He goes, life, nothing will beat you more than life, kid.
And the other thing, I want to see the video footage with the ass whipping Apollo gave Rocky.
Oh yeah, in
the third fight,
he said it. He said it in Creed. He goes, he won.
He won.
Well, yeah. After he wouldn't say that if Apollo was alive.
Yeah.
Right.
But Rocky did have a heart too, because Spider Rico, the guy that he beat in the first Rocky fight of Rocky, when he's a club fighter, Spider Rico was working in the restaurant in Creed. He's bringing in the groceries.
So
what?
He tried to bring everybody back. He tried to bring Apollo Creed back.
He did.
Because he did other movies. Remember they did the Oh, I'm getting it mixed up.
You're mixing intangibles.
No, it didn't.
You're mixing Schwarzenegger.
Predator. When they gave that muscle dap, that's what I call it, the muscle dap. Rocky couldn't have did the muscle dap.
I can't wait for Tulsa King to come out.
They
Season
showing it
2.
on regular CBS.
I
now.
know. I like Tulsa King.
You know why?
Tangibles?
No, they showed it because of the strike.
They
bought a lot of those shows. The same. What's the Kevin Costner show?
Yellowstone.
They were showing that Yellowstone.
Yeah, Yellowstone. He's not. I don't think he's in the final season.
Nope.
Him and the director or the producer had a big falling out.
I mean, he's also very old.
I tried watching this. He had something on Costner had like this thing on Max.
Can I just say, I'm gonna be honest. Like, he's always been like a good-looking dude or whatever, and he had those parts or whatever. He got old.
He's got 2 speeds though. He's got like baseball and westerns. That's all he's interested in.
You're right. He's got two roles.
So listen, Clint Eastwood.
He's got to be a sport role,
right?
Or a cowboy.
That's it. Or a cowboy. That's it. That's all he's got.
Clint Eastwood.
Clint
Eastwood stopped acting when he couldn't carry around that big ass gun.
I like Clint.
All his movies had that giant gun.
What was the Clint Eastwood one? No, because he was a boxing trainer, $1 Million Baby.
Oh, that was a sad movie.
Sad movie, yeah.
Good movie, but sad.
What was the one where he was
drug mule? He was an old man.
Oh, the drug mule. That was good. I like that movie.
It was good.
I like that movie.
I like the what's the one where the neighbor he
I know what you're talking about.
Calamino, what's the car name? The car name.
Camaro? I know what you're talking about. The Camarillo?
Is Palomino, not a Palomino, but it was what's the name of the car? Gran Torino.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
I like that movie.
But he always is the same person. Old.
What was the one where he was singing at his speaking of wives? What was the one where he was singing "You Are My Sunshine" to his dead wife?
Who?
Clint Eastwood.
No, I didn't see it. That would have killed it. That would have killed him. Like, yeah.
It was Trouble with the Curve. It's when he was a baseball scout.
So what's her name was in that
with
too?
Timberlake and Beal, right?
Yeah.
Timberlake.
Not Jessica Biel wasn't in it.
Not Beal.
Jennifer Garner.
No, not Garner. The other one.
I thought Amy Adams was in
Amy
that
Adams.
movie.
Amy Adams.
Yeah,
Amy Adams. Timberlake was in it.
But Clint Eastwood's like he's trying to get all emotional. He's like, "You are my sunshine, my only sunshine."
What is he narrating the song?
But that's him singing. You make me happy. When guys kind of sounds like a lecherous Vince McMahon.
Yeah, I remember that scene.
I mean, Clint
You're
Eastwood.
fired.
I mean, there's what was the movie Robert made me watch with him? The Western, one of his first movies. Oh, I can't think of it. But he used to I watched it with him. He said it was his favorite movie.
Cool Hand Luke or something?
No, it was after that, I think.
I don't remember, man.
I do remember when he talked to the empty chair at the convention.
Oh man. What a day. All right. Appreciate everybody tuning in today. If you missed any of today's show, you get the Tobin and Leroy podcast for yourself. Vlad, one more time. We know we haven't heard enough. Do you have the Jalen Phillips clip? I think Frog Boy put it in there somewhere.
I was trying to look for it.
But it was that was such a delight. I'm so happy that you did that. If you can't find it, no bigs. But like that, the idea
Give
that
him another point. That was the best.
That the fact that you had this man answering if he beat science was just brought just such joy to my soul. I was so happy about it.
Can't hear
Wow, what a guy.
Yeah, we couldn't hear it.
Oh, sorry. Well, we heard it. It was great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Take our word for it.
Oh, I'll play it again.
How does it feel, Jalen?
Oh, I feel great. I feel amazing. Let's go.
So you'll be full go for Thursday as well.
Let's go. Let's go.
Some people say you beat science with future recovery coming back.
I'm not worried about science, man. It's all God, man, and it's all hard work, dedication, man. I bleed for this game, and I'm just so grateful to be healthy right now.
You heard it there, man. He's not a man of
You
science.
Billie Eilished him too.
I love it.
Who?
That's how you do it.
You
guys act here like
Billie Eilish? What do you mean?
You guys act like you go into
a
these
very
and
low tone.
You guys act like you're supposed to go into these and be like, excuse me there, Jalen, you beat science?
Yeah, no, you gotta see the guy. He was very happy. Like, think about it. Nobody expected this man to be playing the first game of the season. We talked, except for Tobin. Give Tobin his credit. Tobin kept on saying he's about to beat science. The man, because he was always working out, looked like he was in shape. We just didn't see anything with coming off the foot, any release or anything like that. So for him to play and for him to make the sack, get the sack on that third down to pretty much give the ball back to the Dolphins and then they win. Yeah.
Big moment for him, man.
Big moment.
Need that on Thursday. We'll talk more about it tomorrow, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Hockman and Crowder coming on up.
The movie. The Good, Bad, and the Ugly.
That's what you were waiting for?
Yeah.
I was wondering where you were at. You were in a different zone there for a second.
It was driving me crazy.
We'll talk to you rascals tomorrow.
Join Hot.